Well, half of these people are that are my damn thing now. Hey, Jester or Jasper. Sorry, I'm just now opening, so I'm still sharing it out. Oh, grief. I hope they change their daggum names. Hey, Mr. Disrespectful. How you doing, dude? It's my first time back in a while, man. And boy, have I got an adventure to share with y'all. Holy crap. It was awesome, though. I mean, in a way. Got me here, got me where I'm at now, where I can go live again. That's all that fucking matters. Anyways. Videos. May I help you? Oh my goodness. I have to do it this way. I don't see you. Hey, Joel. Hi, Phoenix. Hey, Warrior Rob. I'm here now, Angel. Sorry, I was sending it out in the text messages, which you should be getting right about now. Yep. Oh, you coming up in the box? Ho, I need somebody to play an opening song. Oh, thank you for the hard-ons, sister. I love them. My sisters just give me hard-ons. Who's that? Oh God, it's you, Angel. It didn't look like you, dude. I'm going fucking blind, bro. I've missed you, big squeezes. Rabbit. Thought I had lipstick on my teeth for a second. Hey, Mr. Tiger.
Hi, how are you?
Face. Hiya.
Hi.
Hey, we almost did our makeup the same. Look,
I see.
except I didn't end up going to end up doing the eyeshadow because I was going to, but we got the same color eyeliner. See,
I see.
the green. And the
I didn't put any wings on today. I still can.
great minds think alike.
I got
See
the double-sided wingy thingy.
wingy thing?
The wingy thingy.
What's a wingy happy? What's a wingy thingy?
It's a stamp.
Oh, dude, I don't. With my trimmer, fuck, I'm surprised I can even draw a straight line for one. Hey, Zen. But, like,
Same
to
season.
try to use something like that, I can't. I cannot do it. I can't follow the guide.
No, this is a stamp. It's already a wing.
Oh, it just goes, and that's it?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, well, hold on. I gotta put you in the big screen so if I can see you. I'm going damn blind. I can't see shit.
I gotta get my mirror up over here.
Thanks for the like, Zen. Zen, why don't you come up, man? It's my first time back in a couple months, and I've never gotten to hear your fucking voice.
Why won't you turn on your light?
It's a perfect day to come in. Hey, Mystic Mind. I think it's a perfect day for you to come up in my panel.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm paying attention. Okay. Bro, that looks as difficult as putting on fucking eyelashes is.
No, look it. I just stamped it.
You don't?
Dunzo.
Yeah, it looks perfect to you, but have you ever seen me put it on a fucking an eyelash?
But watch.
Like
Now,
eyelash
what I'm
before?
gonna fuck up is making a match.
Oh yeah. I'm about like that too. I usually
We
end
go
up with
for
one higher
sisters,
than
not
the
twins.
other. Hey, from what I understand, even our nipples don't point in the same direction. So hey.
I know, one of mine points in and one points out.
No shit. That's what's up. Hey, Lisa Marie, how you doing? Shazam! Get in here and get up here. I got such a fucking adventure to tell you, Shazam. You guys are gonna be so excited to hear some of this news, but you may not like all of the news, but you'll like the majority of it. Dude, your eyes look fantastic. The ears too, yay. Shazam!
Now I gotta fill it in because it didn't stamp on the inside.
Oh my goodness. See, that would be me right there. It's a whole lot of extra work. And in the teeny little piece of something that I'm likely gonna lose. I just ain't got time for all that shit.
No, there's no teeny little pieces. This isn't even part of it.
My medal
Oh,
has
it's hidden. Hey, Azrael. Oh my god, I've missed you guys so fucking much.
I miss you so much. Okay.
I've missed you guys so much.
Hello,
This
Angel.
shit,
Does the opening song have to be appropriate?
But
I
I
mean,
appropriate at the moment.
do we do a whole lot of appropriate up in that?
Can I play an opening song?
Your
Sure, but what you
makeup
got? What
is
you gonna play?
beautiful.
It's called Goddamn Girl by Jordy Kiefer.
I don't know who a Jordy Kiefer is, but I was gonna recommend oh shoot, what's the name of it? Days of Confused by Chris Webby.
I don't know
But-
who that is either.
I swear to God, this song was written about me, but he doesn't even know me. Azrael, how you doing, bud? It's been a minute. I've missed you guys. I have quite a story to tell y'all, and quite some manifestations to show you too. You're gonna be excited. But yes, let's get this opening song underway. Oh, yep. Let's say hi to Azrael first.
Good morning, Shelly. Hi, nice to see you. Beautiful hat there.
It is Blacklight responsive. It's Blacklight responsive.
Oh
you know
yes,
how it-
definitely. Magic in the air. Yeah, I'm ready to listen to the opening song. Also, I'm working, so I'm minimal in talking, but I'm here to support. But I'll chime in when I can, if you don't mind. But nice to see you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We
For
are
some
gonna
reason, you're throwing it back to like the hip hop days, like the early '90s. When all the colors, cross colors, and all those coming out.
Shit, I'd match without matching, and I don't match while not matching all the time, and somehow pull it off. And the hat, the necklace, and the jacket don't match at all. But this jacket, I got this fucking jacket at
There you go.
a little like junk shop. It's Boogie Oogie and Jack. It's freaking airbrushed. and it's freaking like
We love it.
the collar. See the and it snaps, little plastic snaps. So easy to get off. I'm just like,
Phrasing.
I mean, oops. There's a bear in the wave. All right, so opening song, and then we do have a topic today because I want to talk about art. Oop, thank you for the heart on Azure.
Or we could play the door by Teddy Swins.
I don't know that one either. Is
Let's
he the
play
one
that
that
one.
sings that?
Teddy Swins.
He's the one that sings that one song, and I don't even know the name of it. But it's beautiful.
Yeah, let's do the door. It's more appropriate. Okay, let's do that one.
Okay, cool. But then I have after we come back from the opening song, I'm going to tell you guys about this adventure I've been on, and then we're going to talk about our awakening stories or aha moments. All right,
Perfect.
You know, it,
Yo, what's good? Hey, can I put my fat cock in your ass? You ever had a fat cock in your ass?
It was a big rooster.
Well,
Only on
it's
a
already.
Tuesday.
Have you ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene? It was just like that.
Only on a Tuesday.
But I was gonna say sorry for the interruption and the just sad patheticness, but this is actually going to be part of what I'm going to talk about today because welcome up, Lorna. Because I have been proving to myself that I do not have to engage at all, respond at all, think about it, feel it, or carry it around at all. Letting it go is a beautiful fucking thing. And if they keep doing shit like that, well, just bye and walk away. Wash your hands of them. Hi, Lorna.
Good morning.
Oh, I can't believe that. Like, I have not had a troll in a year and a half. Not like
Did
that.
you see what I wrote?
No, what did you write? You would Lorna and I met people together. I saw that.
We met and people together.
Oh, you peopled together. That's huge. Fuck yes.
Like
Hey,
2
world,
weeks
dude.
ago.
Hey world, how you doing? Dude, I'm so fucking happy for you. Hell yes.
Where are you at now?
Well, that's gonna be part of the story. So here we
Just
go.
eager. I just miss you.
I've missed you all so much, man. It was so fucking loud at my nephew's house, and apparently he's not my nephew anymore because they've broke up with me. But it's something that I did. I just wouldn't allow them to continue to do what they were doing. I was in the laundry room. Okay, you guys know all about the trucker situation when I left Kentucky. Dude promised me like 3 months on the truck, and then we were going to build our own company together and all this other stupid shit. A love bomb, basically, and I should have known better. But I was desperate to get out of Kentucky, so I hopped the first man out of town, I guess. Like, I got reverted back to my old ways. All the shit I healed and tried to not do again. I'm fucking, hey, you know what? I'm going to go back to my standby. Let's go. So I did. And, of course, it didn't work out, and it failed miserably, exactly like I thought it would. And I ended up getting dumped off in Arkansas, and then he paid for a ride that he ended up taking the money right back from, and they accused me of stealing it, and I didn't have anything to do with it. It was all on Cash App. Anyways, all Cash App transactions. So they didn't get paid the $500 that they were originally paid to take me from Arkansas to Hobart, Oklahoma. But my nephew and his family, they are, I didn't realize how toxic they were, because like when I see them and interact with them, it's like for a few hours every several months or years. I knew him, his mom was one of my best friends, so I've known him since he was 15, and he's 40 now. But I did not know that it had gotten that bad. I mean, every freaking night I had earplugs in, rain sounds playing on the TV as loud as I could do it without getting yelled at. Usually the washer and dryer were also going, which I was on a piece of a couch in the laundry room. Now, the entire town's infested with pretty much every kind of bug because all of the houses are old and falling apart, and that town's basically dying. It is full of misery. I swear, I don't think I've conduited that much fucking miserable energy in one setting, in one place, in one town, ever. Like, it was worse than Albuquerque, and we're talking about a town that I'm used to. You know, I already don't sleep there, and my body naturally turns my clairs off when I go to that town because it's so inundated with ghosts. But I hadn't been there in 3 years, and it had never felt that bad before. Like, the whole town felt that bad. And I was constantly spreading my joy, my love, my message, my peace, and, you know, everybody's customers talking about, oh, you're so pleasant, I just love you. Coworkers talking about, thank you for telling me that, I needed to hear that. But then turn right around and go right back to their petty and just shitty behavior. So I had gotten a job at my cousin's gas station. There's a Subway in it, right? 2 nights ago was my last night because I was moving to another town and I don't have a car. And this is how I proved to myself my integrity. Like, this is a story, a piece of the story that I'm really proud of. So 25 minutes before closing, I'd already done all the Subway line. Everything was ready to go. The chicks that were doing the cooler decided to come out and make themselves Subways, which is fine. Would have been fine if they were 6 inches, but they decided to make 3 double meat, double veggie footlongs each. Well, guess what that does? It makes me have to redo the line again. And I'm like, fucking son of a bitch. So I go outside to smoke a cigarette to calm my nerves down. And as soon as I walk back in the door, all of a sudden half the town shows up and decides they want a Subway sandwich in the last 20 minutes of our freaking store being open. Anybody else on their last day would have turned around and walked out and said, y'all fucking handle it. I didn't. I kept everybody entertained. I did all, even though my back was killing me, I could barely bend over anymore. I redid the line. I did everything, and I stayed there till like 1:00 in the morning, closing that place. Hey, Jenny. And anybody else would have just been like, fuck this. I don't have to do this. I've already put in my notice. Today's already my last day. I am not put up with this shit. And I could have, but I wanted to prove to all of those people that I was nothing like them. I was nothing like the person that they were accusing me of being. Calling me nasty, calling me filthy and dirty. And I'm just like, bro, I might be a damn dirty hippie, but hey, Angel, I'm a damn dirty hippie in my heart and my soul, but that does not mean that I am filthy. Okay? Third son, how you doing? Anyway, my niece my nephew's wife, proceeded to blow my Facebook Messenger up last night, just all caps, just cussing me left side and center, because the room that I was in was infested with roaches, bed bugs, and gnats. Because the toilet in the bathroom was broken, and their kids kept peeing in it. Like it was going to overflow any freaking minute. And I sprayed their freaking bug spray shit on them. I killed every bug I saw. I fucking kept my room clean, kept all the food out. But she has some kind of like cleaning disorder and decided that I was not good at cleaning and that I brought all those bugs there. Those bugs were there when I moved in that y'all failed to tell me about, or I wouldn't have come. Secondly, yes, I did do my part. I was not about to keep living in filth like that. I was killing everything I saw. Just like I did with the rats. I killed them when I was living in that house. Hey, Sacred Heart. I did everything that I was supposed to do because I'm a responsible adult. But, of course, I'm being accused of being that person that brought all those bugs in. Even, hey, Brim. Hey, I like the name. Even though they were already there when I got there. And I told her, I said, you know what? Here's one of the things that I've learned. I even posted on my Facebook page. She said, you should have fucking tagged me in that post. This is clearly to me. I said, nothing. I responded, nothing. I didn't even like it. Because I realized that nothing means a response. Like, we choose how we respond to things. We also choose whether or not we respond to things. We choose whether or not we want to carry around the pain of something or the weight of something. Or if we want to let it go and heal it. We choose whether or not we want to be a dickbag to somebody, or if we want to take accountability for our own shit, or if we want to point the blame at somebody that has nothing to do with it. And my post last night on Facebook was basically that. Like, people have a tendency to forget that sorry, I started out like this. Psychology says, and we all know this, that when you see something in someone that you don't like, it's actually the thing that you don't like about yourself. So, we're mirroring each other, and when you see something, I don't like you because this. Well, what you're really doing is, it's nothing about me. I'm not a filthy person. You're telling me that because you don't like the fact that your life is filthy. You don't like the fact that your head is filthy. Hey, Christine, your heart, your soul is filthy. You're all fucked up. You know what I mean? That's your choice, though. Because when you have the information that it is available out there, not just the information and knowledge and all that bullshit, but also just the idea or the thought of something that you wouldn't have thought about before, like healing, your personal growth, and all that shit. You have the information, so you're aware that it exists. So if you're not doing it, that does not have to affect me. Doesn't. I was already looking for a place to get the fuck out of that house because of not only the bugs I can deal with, I kill them if I have to, but they would get belligerent drunk every fucking night and scream and yell at each other. One night, had my earplugs in, music on, sleeping, have to be at work at 5 a.m. All of a sudden, the 17-year-old's pounding on the fucking wall. Hey, wake up! 2 o'clock in the morning, talking about, you and your cat gotta pack up and leave right now. The fuck? I was sleeping. Come to find out, they're in there arguing about shit that they're too afraid to be an adult and step up and conversate with me. Hey, Meadow, this is bothering me. Or, hey, I have a concern. Or, hey, I have a question. They couldn't do it. They couldn't just say, hey, let me talk to you. Instead, they'll scream and yell at each other about the problem and continue to point blame at me and my cat, who stayed hidden in that room the entire time that I was not at work or at somebody else's house. And Loki lost a fang and 3 claws in a fight against one of their dogs that liked to jump baby gate and come after her. She's sleeping. She was under the blanket. She was not bothering a fucking soul. The last time that we were there, he was doing it again, and they weren't trying to stop him this time. And I'm sitting there going, man, I have come up here for every fucking holiday for the last 20-something years, broke myself to give your kids Christmas gifts and money, stepped up in your mom's place whenever she passed, and I've taken over the auntie and the grandma duties. I've done all of these things. I never once asked a fucking thing from y'all. I get in a desperate situation, I do need a place to crash, whatever, that's fine. But instead of being communicative, why can I never say that? Or open or honest, or just expressing your fucking thoughts, you want to act like a fucking child and scream and yell and be petty and hi Mina and call people names and point fingers when you just need to turn around and point that finger at yourself. Or I don't know, go look in the mirror. And that was all I basically said, but I said it in a much more meta way, like much more professional and kind, and maybe you should try personal growth or self-awareness, you know, or mindfulness. I don't know. Pick one. Get started on the journey, man, because it's a lot of steps, and you're gonna be working on it for a while. And as fucking far down the totem pole as they are on their fucking misery shit, might take them a hell of a lot longer than it took all of us to join together. Caitlin, Sharon. But anyway, my point was those two events with a town full of people that I know. Oh yeah, one more thing. I forgot this part. So my mom and my daughter and my granddaughters lived in that town as well. And I went to my mom's job and asked her if we could like go to lunch or whatever. If we could talk, try to, rebuild a bridge. She said, yeah, come by the house. I said, I don't have a car. And she goes, well, that makes sense because you're a homeless loser and you're evil and we don't want you around. But I'll call you when I get off. And I'm just like, okay, all right, cool. Well, I love you. And she goes, yeah, we'll see about that. Bro, you're in your 70s. You're supposed to be my fucking role model. My grandkids' role model. And then the whole rest of the time, it was just like, they were avoiding my job. They were avoiding everybody in town because everybody had already told them like 500 times that I was back. And have they seen me? And how has the reunion been? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like literally less than a half a mile from my grandkids. And I didn't get to see them, talk to them, nothing. And I sat there just holding in all this shit. And I'm going, you know what? I'm sitting in this filth, this infestation, this toxicity, this anger, this misery. And then I go to a job that isn't paying me nothing and experience high school fights between 40 and 50-year-old adults that are screaming and yelling and nitpicking at each other. And I'm sitting there going, bro, this is exactly why I've been trying to change the world one person at a time, because this shit is ridiculous. Y'all gotta quit. And then they're all like, oh my God, I'm so glad you told me that. I'm so glad we met you, Meadow. Oh, you're so amazing. Thank you for helping to change my life. But then turn right around and nitpick and scream and yell at each other and post up and threaten to fight each other. And I'm sitting there going, every fucking time I see something like this, every time, it's more fuel in my fire. And you guys, I pulled out one of my old books. And I was reading some poems that I don't think I've read in 20 years. I've literally saying the same shit 20 years ago that I'm saying now in my poetry and on these lives. And I'm just like, I really have been on this journey for a long time because I've been seeing the bullshit forever. Like, if you'll quit being petty, hey Monk, if you'll quit being petty, bad shit will quit happening. If you'll quit being a backstabber, if you'll quit telling lies, if you'll quit telling rumors, if you'll quit being a big piece of shit, basically. Dead poet, Dread poet. How you doing, Dreads? How you doing, bud? Are y'all friends again, by the way? Dreads. Oh, thank you for the hard on, brother. I love my brothers to be hard ons. But I don't know. It's like, I know that people have been making fun of me since I started this TikTok journey a couple of years ago. You were amazing last night. Aw, Dreads. I don't know who was amazing. I'm assuming Angel. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh, whenever I see people acting like that to each other and just being just shitty on purpose, like trying to discredit and discount somebody else, I don't know if it's because I was a victim of that shit the majority of my life, or if it's because I healed from it, or if it's because I saw through the bullshit. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's something in the self-reflection of all of that, of watching all of that, of being in that town again and seeing all that shit and being like, oh, fuck, that reminds me why I talk about this thing. That reminds me why I talk about that thing. That makes it, oh, hey, that must have been the thing that triggered this thought in my head and why I preach against it now. Because I fucking see it. I see it so much. I just tipped over Loki's litter box, my foot on it. Oh my god. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Anyway, I can't read that word. Say God. Gibbsy? Kelly? Welcome in, y'all. But, so, you guys ready for the manifestation parts? You want to see what came of all of that? Putting myself through all of that personal growth and torture and all that reflection and just, I don't even know what to say about it. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful I experienced that. So, what are the things that I've been asking for the most since you guys have known me? For, like, my own personal, like, my own thing. What I want out of life, besides changing the world. Anybody? Y'all want to respond? Go ahead. You're welcome to. Nobody knows the answer to this. Do y'all really listen to me when I ramble and I tell the same shit? Or, I mean, does it just like, oh, she's just rambling, I'm just going to tune her out? What did I say?
You could be talking about a lot of different things because
I feel put on the spot.
Things that I want for me personally, not the changing of the world thing, but my personal things.
you want a man
you want love.
to treat you properly and fill your soul with compliments and emotion and hugs and be waiting for you when you come home from work. And that's what you deserve and that's what you're going to get.
So also on top of that, Lily Vibes told me back in January before I got on the truck, before I left Kentucky, she said January was going to suck. February was going to be a little bit rocky, but was going to be on the up. But March was going to be, was going to give you some happiness, was going to shine. You're going to shine in March. And I'm like, hey, and it's my birthday month. In 20 more days, my birthday. But, so, yeah. I can't say that it's exactly love yet, but we've been talking for a minute. He's really great. But here's the cool part. I'm gonna take my phone off the sound shit. God damn, I almost dropped that. Letterboxd again. Oh man.
Did I get it right?
Oh my god, bro. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. No, I'm having technical wardrobe difficulties. So, I'm in an okay. And it's a fifth wheel, so it doesn't move, but I got my own room. Here's the cool part. It's probably going to be a little bit loud when I get out of here. I am way out in the country, but off the interstate. Thanks for the happy birthday, guys. Where's my honey? This is the Stockyards. This is awesome. It's empty right now because, like yesterday, they had the huge live auction. You know, cows and horses and shit. There's literally a pile of horse shit, literally, like, right there outside my bedroom window. From yesterday. I hadn't cleaned it up yet. But, and then there's, like, a truck stop up. There's a Love's up the street. And a farm and garden place. And then, like, a boot store. There's nothing the fuck else out here. It is nothing but farmland and ranch land and dust. And it's amazing. I don't know, like, the energy out here is 1,000 times better. Oops. I'll puck up my dog's poop. Oh, pick up. Home is where you're parking it. That's right. But, it's just, I don't know, it's cool out here because I can just hear cows mooing and play with the horses. Also, I got this too. This is cool. I think you'd like it. Oh. I'm gonna flip it, flip. Did I flip it? Flip it. Oh no, what happened? Oh, they changed all the buttons on TikTok, bro. Where's that flippy button? Oh my goodness, man. Alright, I guess I'll just sit this way. I found a skull. And as soon as I get paints again, I'm gonna paint on it. But yeah, so like, yes, I lost all my art supplies. Yes, I lost all my art. Even the lamps that I had made for my granddaughters, all of my glow-in-the-dark and blacklight responsive paintings, all of my photographs, everything. I literally threw everything away to get on that 18-wheeler to come to Oklahoma. And that was such a freeing fucking moment. It was almost as liberating as throwing all those photographs in my fucking fire pit before I left the house. Hold on, dude. I'm gonna mute invisible demons. Hi, invisible demons. Why are they invisible? Are you not vibrating at their frequency where you can't see them anymore? It's a good thing. That's where you live. Wait, you're in Oklahoma, Brim? Whereabouts? Why don't you come up, Brim? Come up in the panel. I got a spot. Oh, that's 4 hours away. I have my second granddaughter, Blakely, lives there. Oh wow, that was a weird sound. Sorry. Anyway, although Tulsa is the L part of the LGBT capital of the world, from what I understand, and that's why I'm not allowed to stay in that town very long, because I get a little silly. I'm like, oh, hey, baby. Oh, hey, baby. Ooh, what's your name? Hey. I'm fucking stupid, man. That's why girls don't like me. That's why I can't get girls, because I creep them out. I'm creepy. I do exactly what the fuck I don't like done to me. Like, what? That's the one thing that's left. Is how I flirt with girls. It's one thing that needs healing still. And I'm aware of it. I still can't. It's been a minute since I hit on a check, actually. Anyway, so I wanted to share that, and I want y'all to. I want to talk about our awakening stories, because I know that it's been a little minute since we've discussed them, and I really find them fascinating, to be honest with you. Like the moment that you realized, oh hey, this, and this. And when I was riding the wave of that edible last night, I think I figured out the secrets to the universe, and I was trying to write it down in the dark, and I got distracted and never got finished. I'm right in the middle of the sentence, and I forgot the last words that I was thinking. So I remembered it and then immediately forgot it again. Yay, THC. Oh my goodness. Brimmy coming up? Dude, Dreads, we should totally do that, but aren't you in Canada? Need some more gummies to get that thought back. It's not a bad idea. You know, I don't know if you've seen the movie Beer Fest, but Kansas City. Oh, wait, what? I thought you were in Canada. Like the fuck. Shit. Not British Columbia. Yeah, the British Columbia area, the up north over by almost near Emma, Spirit Moon. Speaking of, where the fuck is she at? But yeah, that edible, I will tell you, it had me sitting there contemplating some stuff, and I got to thinking about something. If we're all one consciousness, or we're all source energy, we're all just having different experiences so that source can experience everything. Never been out of this country. Oh, me neither. But if all of that is going on, right, then technically there is no such thing as duality or good and evil, or really we're the ones in our consciousness choosing to separate ourselves from each other and everything else, including source or God or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now I can't remember all of the thought. It'll come back to me in a minute when this next round of gummies kicks in. But in the meantime, I would like to hear y'all's stories. So who would like to begin?
What are we sharing?
Our awakening stories or our aha moment whenever we realized that the universe and existence was more than what we had been told it was. Or the moment that we had like some kind of shock awakening or a spiritual, whatever you want to just share. Whatever you want to talk about.
I'm still in the middle of mine.
What? How? Wait, huh? No, you just be in the middle of the journey. Okay. I mean like the moment that got you on the journey, maybe?
Well,
Shit, it doesn't matter. You know what? Just tell me something cool. Tell me something significant. Hey, Gemini! Tell me something significant to your journey. Or to you.
well, I think
Or even something you witnessed. Whatever.
it happened after I met Angel. Like everything went like after she popped into my life, everything's kind of like I can see better. You know what I'm saying? Like my rose-colored glasses are off. I can see the crappy person that I'm with fully. Like this dude is not like for me at all. And I have no car. I have a part-time job that doesn't pay much. I have nowhere to go right now, so I'm kind of stuck.
I was in that same position multiple times over the last just few weeks. But the cool thing about it is, and it doesn't seem cool at first, it seems like a horrible tower moment, and it's really, really hard to get your brain to just fucking do it. But if you just let it all go, it's all replaceable. The people, the items, the car, the experiences, they could be replaced with better experiences further down the line. The more you let go of that's holding you back, the more that you let, hey, Byron Angel, the more that you release that doesn't belong to you, that's been programmed to you, or that isn't for your highest good, the more that you do that, the more of the stuff that is for your highest good is going to start coming in. That's why I put myself through all the shit that I've put myself through over the last few months, hell, the last 2 years. Because I knew that I had suffered fucking long enough. I'm always hurting somewhere, either losing a house, losing a job, losing a friend, losing something, or being taken advantage of, or just feeling like a fucking shitheel, or feeling worthless, or whatever. And the more we work on those mindset changes and start catching those thoughts too, the more we'll start manifesting the better things in our life as well. And, oops, sorry. But you're not in the middle of it, okay? Oh, that's Brim. Okay. Okay, guys, you guys have got to quit putting fucking symbols in your damn names in the beginning because people like me can't read them, okay? I'm going to start calling you all Prince. The symbol formerly known as Brim Kara. And y'all are like, you know what? I'm going to hang out with Meadow. She's dumb. Let's go hang out with her. She's going to say something brilliant and stupid at the same time. Sorry. When I do that smile a little, I'm a grandpa so fucking much. I'm sorry, it's cute. I do actually might have a picture of him, and I'll show you guys. I literally have nothing left of my name but this random tote, but I think there's a picture in here. Yep, there it went on the floor. Fuck. Where it goes? No. Well, it's a little old and wrinkled. You may not be able to see it. Used to be stapled on my wall. The wrinkles are all across all the pictures, guys.
Seeing there's a lot of people here, or some people.
Let's see my. You see my I don't know if you can see it. Here we go. Let's try this one. Hey guys, Korean smiling at everything, and I'm adopted. He's my adopted grandpa. It's not even my blood. It cracks me up. I'm sorry. It trips me out to see how much I look like somebody I was not even blood related to. But anyway, go
Like
ahead.
Lorna?
What you were saying. Do what?
Like Lorna?
You're not blood related to Lorna, and you guys
I said like
look
Lorna.
alike?
How much you and Lorna look alike?
Oh, me and Lorna. Yeah. You said that last time she was.
No, you said that last time. You're like, oh, you look like me.
Well, you know, my eyes are immediately direct. I'm a cat, okay? My eyes go to sparkly and awesome. Oh my god, that's cute. Oh my god, that shines. Oh my god, that's neat. Hey, look
No,
how
like
pretty
a
that
raccoon,
is.
shiny things.
Do what?
I'm like a raccoon, the shiny things.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, gotta inspect it. Gotta love it. Take it home. It's mine now.
Dibs.
Oh my god, but last night, laying in that bed, Loki was so fucking happy, dude. She hadn't been like that freaking, like, I love you so much, Mom. This is the best. Thank you for getting me out of that place. Thank you for all the shit we've been through. Thank you for getting us here. I like it. And it's kind of a trip. Like, I felt so good. It made me feel good to get to just pet my cat and her just be so fucking ecstatic over something that everybody else was telling me I shouldn't do. And I was like, well, yeah, not really good at taking other people's advice, so, or doing what I'm told. What's it say? Nordy girl? Hi, Nordy girl. Welcome in. Hi, Glasgow family. I've had a sore throat for several days, and it's really dusty out here, and a lot of cow shit in the air. But it has been affecting my throat. But it's all good. I don't care. Speaking of, dude, I was on, I don't want to say her name because she did the right thing because she didn't know. But I was on Friends Live last night. It was my first time to get online. I'm literally laying in bed, so my face is smushed, right? I've got this sore throat. My tonsils have been swollen, and the gummy kicked in or the edible kicked in while I was on the panel speaking. And apparently I started slurring a little bit, and they all shut me down and then booted me and said that I couldn't be on the panel because I was inebriated. And it had to be prescription medication. And I was like, does Source creating it and putting it on the earth for multiple uses and for all of us to use, is that good enough for a prescription? Because I damn sure don't want whatever's on that piece of paper they're prescribing me. Don't. That shit causes more problems. But I guess I was slurring, so they thought I was drunk, and I was just like, I'm not drunk. I thought it was funny, though. I was like, oh, okay. I texted her. I was like, no, dude. I just got a sore throat, and I was excited, and it's the middle of the night. I'm laying down. That's whatever. But, I don't blame them. Not knowing the situation, I would have done the same thing. So, I felt like I'm out of my groove, you guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Sarah
they
Jane.
didn't even ask.
Well, I was in the middle of, like, talking out my ass because I was on that gummy, and I was going to outer space, and I was taking them with me. Literally. I was they were talking about does good and evil actually exist? And that's where I was going with this spiritual journey. And look, if we're all going to experience all the experiences that we could possibly experience and take all that information back to Source, then Source is not omnipotent, doesn't know fucking shit. That's why he created us all, so we could have experiences, so we could live vicariously, so we could experience them too. Second, Mr. Smoker Reaper, you're in the right place, sir. So the mushrooms kept away. But anyway, and I was trying to tell him that. I was like, hey, Meowser. I was like, no, man, it's about experiences. We're supposed to experience them. We're supposed to experience every possible thing. Being a bug, all the bugs. Being an animal, all the animals. Being an alien, all the aliens. Being human, male, female, doesn't make a fucking shit. We are supposed to have as many experiences as possible before our soul returns to Source. That's the fucking point. And if that's the case, then no. There is no good and evil. Because you choose who you are, how you respond, how you act, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you talk to others, how you exist, what you do. It's all your choice. You make that choice, right? It's one of the things we've all learned in psychology and personal growth and spiritual ascension classes. Right? So I was in the middle of that soapbox, and I was on a roll, and that's when I got cut off, and I'm like, oh shit. All right, cool. It's all right, man. No, it's fine. Y'all thought I was drunk. It's 2:00 in the morning. I get it. I've been known to drink a beer, but here I also will drink a beer on my own live. So like, I ain't worried about it. But anyway, so yes, let's talk some stories. Meowser. Grandma, I ain't seen your face in a hot minute. I'm gonna put your pretty little face up here in the box.
Well,
He said I didn't freshen my makeup. That's not fair.
Oh my God.
Sam.
Well, what you were saying was, which is true, you know, Source doesn't know good and evil, and humanity and the humans around here are the ones that do the good and evil. We're the ones that make the choices. So yes, is there good and evil? It depends on your perception of it and who's the one doing it. I hope that answers your question.
No, I didn't have a question about it. That's the thing that I learned last night.
It goes with it. I've been a little out of it lately, you know, because I was with a group of people and they're like, "You need to work on past traumas," and I'm like,
"You need to work on what?"
About it.
You need to work on what?
They keep telling me past traumas, and I'm trying to figure this out. I don't understand what they mean because I don't think about it. I don't give it no credence. I don't give it no credence. I don't pay attention to it. I don't let that stuff affect me. I basically, it was a memory. It's gone. I'm over it. That's it. This is what I learned from that experience. Done and over with. So why are these people keep telling me that I need to work with these past traumas? What do I need to analyze them even more?
Are you a fire sign by chance?
I'm Virgo.
Well, that's an earth sign. So no. All right. But Virgo, they are.
I don't know astrology.
Virgos are earth signs, but Virgos are very stubborn, but they're also very meticulous. But that shouldn't have been that wasn't what my point was. Fire signs, we have a tendency to push our emotions or our traumas or whatever down, and we don't deal with them in a proper way. We just like bottle it up or put it in a box in the back corner of our mental attic, and then walk away and pretend like we're healed. Because, hey, out of sight, out of mind. If I'm not looking at it, I'm not seeing it, I ain't got to deal with it. Onward we go. That's why I asked, because that's totally a fire sign trait.
Like, for instance, I've been doing meditations for 7 weeks. And if I was trying to hide anything, why would I spend a whole couple weeks writing my whole life story right here on everything in my life, right? And then I went to each person that I might have wronged in some way, and I put what it was and all the traumas I had. I put what happened and what I learned from that experience, you know, and then I wrote things like, what triggers me, and none of the things that trigger me have nothing to do with my past life.
You know what's funny though? I realized in my shadow work that some of the triggers that I didn't think had anything, any connection to anything that I'd experienced actually did.
Right.
It took a little bit of digging to find them though. Like you have to really like dig to figure out, why do I put the fork on the right side of the plate every single fucking time? I'm obsessive over it. Why do I have to do it that way? Even if it's a plastic fork, I've got to move it to the right. Every other shovelware I don't give a shit about. That fork has to be on the fucking right. Why? And it took me for fucking ever to figure it out. It was because my great-grandma Williams was teaching when I was like 2. She taught me proper placement. Place setting? I don't know how to say it. But anyway, she had taught me that. And I was so young I didn't remember. I don't remember it at all. But like, because that was an impactful moment between me and my great-great-grandmother at such a young age, it became an obsessive thing that triggered me in my brain, and it's something innocent. That was a trigger that came from an innocent event, and it's hard, but the deeper you dig, dude, you will eventually find them. I promise you, it's in there.
I have no idea.
You know what I did, Brim? I'm going to show you this, actually, because I pulled it out last night. I wrote my own shadow work book a couple of years ago before I left my house, and I still have it. Oh, shit, fuck. I don't know if I can reach it. I still have it, and I still flip through it every now and again. Sometimes I will re-answer the questions that I wrote myself. Other times I will just read the answers that I wrote. And, there's all kind of fucking shit in here, but the questions that I wrote in here 2 years ago, the answers that I would have given them then are nothing like the answers that I could give them now. Who's coming back home next Monday? But that's a recommendation. I recommend everybody do that. Everybody that's on this personal growth and spiritual healing journey, return to your notes. Return to your journals. Return to your shadow work book. Return to your questions that you asked yourself 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Ask the same question now and see how the answers have changed. And as the answers change, that's where you'll start to see, oh shit, that's the reason that I have to put the fork on the right side of the plate. From something that's a memory I don't even have. I was too young to remember. But I found it from doing shit like that. and
What?
Hey, Jeffrey.
And that brings me to another question, because I was hearing somebody on a live the other day. Well, last night, actually. Somebody was saying it might be from a past life or something like that. And I thought, wait a minute. Maybe a lot of this that I can't remember is something because the only thing that I keep coming back to, I keep coming in this circle, is maybe it was something when I had those NDEs, maybe there was something in there that's buried that I don't even know. That's the only thing I could think of, because I did try to off myself 7 times, and 3 or 4 times I passed. And I know one time I had a walk-in. I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it.
It could, but also because I've had some experiences similar to that. Being a medium and all, sometimes they like to jump in and take your little meat suit for a ride, and sometimes you're still right there with them. But Lorna, I know it seems hard for you, but that the only part of it that's hard is making the decision to do it. I promise you, it all of the negative self-talk and all the programming that you've put yourself through that continues to keep you in a situation like that is the reason that it's hard. All you have to do, it's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. Literally, all you have to do is grab your shoes and walk out the door. It's not hard. You just have convinced yourself that it is, because that's what the programming has done to you. And that's what we're here to do, is change all that and heal all that, so we don't have to fall victim to that shit anymore. I could have stayed in Hobart. I could have kept fighting to see my grandkids and kept trying to push my personal growth and healing on everybody that was being so fucking awful and toxic, whether it was towards me or not. I could have kept doing this there, but you know what? I've realized somebody gave me advice 2 years ago. Some people do not want to change. Some people refuse. They're happy being miserable. They're better off being miserable. They're the people that they wrote that in their soul contract to be the spreader of misery. Just like some of us had to write, let me put myself through all the fucking horrible shit I possibly can so that I can start questioning life and run around here like a crazy person that everybody hates on because I'm different than them. And then 20 years later, I walk around with all the answers, and they're just beginning their journey. You know, none of that would have happened if I hadn't put myself through all this horrible ass shit, right? But when the walk-ins come in, you can tap into their energies and their memories and their stuff, but I doubt very seriously that they're gonna leave a trigger behind. I mean, I don't know. Anything's possible. I guess it is possible, but I know that smells have lingered. Like, I had to walk in one time, the smell of their fucking couch or whatever it was they died on. What? The walk-in?
What about if the walk-in? Yeah.
On you right now, Brim? No, he's not right there. No. Whatever he was using to, in the moment, was, you were just like a, wrong place, right time kind of thing. And weren't supposed to... Go ahead.
There was a couple things that I have missing time, and I can't account for that.
Well, that could be chalked up to several things as well. Also possessions, while we're on the subject. But also, our psyche will do that sometimes. I had a lot of missing time as well. In fact, I still can't remember 3/4 of my fucking life, especially my childhood. But, okay, so I'm trying to think of something to compare it to make this analysis make sense, but it's not coming out of my brain. When something is difficult, heavy, painful, your body naturally comes up with a response. Like, say you're standing outside and the wind is blowing and it's dusty. What do? Immediately, you squint your face closed to keep the dust out of your eyes and mouth, right? It's a natural muscle memory response that we have trained our body to do when we're standing in the wind. Okay? So, when we have those missing times, those missing hours, days, whatever it is, sometimes our body has shut us down so that we're basically an NPC in our own world. So that whatever that our body's got to do, whatever our human has to do, our spirit is busy doing something else. It's already past that. But because we wrote it in our damn soul contract, we still have to fucking do it because that's the rules. You know what I mean? Because that's what I said I was going to do. So I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. Or come down here and be an asshole to this person. Or come down here and be nice to this person. Or whatever the fuck. You know, so like, our body goes into, what's it called? Autopilot. Quite often. I mean, shit, how many times have you been driving your car home from work, not remember the drive, and all of a sudden you're in your driveway? Muscle memory. Your body just naturally knows what to do next. Because it's what you were already supposed to do. So sometimes your spirit's like, it's cool, man. I'm gonna take the reins from here. I'm gonna give you a couple of weeks break, and I'm gonna handle this shit that I said I was gonna handle when I sent you down here. And you're not gonna remember it, and that's okay, and that's fine. At least we got it done, and you're safe from having experienced whatever that was. I don't know, it's my thoughts, because this is what I was thinking about last night when I was on that gummy, man. I was thinking about like how if we're supposed to experience every kind of experience, as many experiences as we possibly can before we get to go home, then nothing's out of bounds. If we haven't done it yet, it's cool, and we shouldn't turn our nose up to anything, but more importantly, we have to come to terms with the fact that we have warred, we have raped, we have maimed, we have hurt, we have done horrible things to others as well, and we also are existing multiple timelines at once. So this is another theory I have when it comes to the blackouts like that. Sometimes I notice in my own personal life, I'll switch into one of my alternate selves on an alternate reality, while this one's still autopiloting whatever the fuck it is that I was supposed to do. And, like, I don't have any memory of it because I'm swinging on the park at the fucking, I don't know, we'll call it Dimension 6 or some shit. I'm off living over here and experiencing that and not aware that my body is doing what I had written in my soul contract to do. And maybe it was something that maybe I just didn't need. Maybe that was an experience that this soul had already experienced and I didn't need to go through it again. So body still had to do it because it was written. Because I wrote that contract with Brim and I need to be here for this conversation today. So maybe that's not why I'm all here. And I'm like, oh, but I am because I wrote this contract. And that's why I wouldn't remember it later. Same thing as if you were blacked out from a car accident or a fight or something like that. You know, when you get so angry or you get so scared or adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? Like I can't remember the tops of roller coasters or jumps that I did on motorcycles, but I remember the rush. I remember the energy that I felt. Go ahead.
Would a coma for 3 months affect that?
Comas are an interesting subject matter because so many fucking things can happen during a coma. Like I don't think I've ever heard anybody's experience be the same. Sorry, I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, you guys. So you have been in a coma, right, for 3 months, right? That's just like a few years ago?
Oh, a long time ago.
So Sam, get your butt up here.
I was in a car
Hey, Bree.
I was in a car I was, when I was younger, I got in a car accident because I was hit in the face by, we had an argument, me and this girl, and I ended up hitting a tree. They both passed on, and I had, went in a coma for 3 months, and during that 3 months, my other part of my brain, my subconscious part, I guess you want to call it, or whatever, I ended up going to another world and experiencing a whole life. So when I came back, that was weird. So when I came back here, I woke up and I didn't know who I was, it's like I had to relearn everything after the 3 months.
So, I got one that I don't share a whole lot. Hey, Jen! I got one that's kind of similar to that, but, okay, it's like, I think I was 16 years old. I'm driving down I-20 in East Texas, and I had a friend in the car, and I went total robot mode, autopilot. But what I experienced was being in a sensory deprivation tank and the lid being closed, and how peaceful I felt, and all of these visions that were coming to me because all of my other senses were being shut down in that tank. And then, but I could still sort of hear the muffling of the doctors talking, and they were discussing about whether or not I was going to be on the lobotomy list, or if this was going to be the treatment that was going to cure me of my visions. And then all of a sudden, I'm back behind the wheel of my car, and my friend is like, bro, I was like waving my hand in front of your face, screaming, Shelly, 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 Shelly. You were like going at 85 miles an hour down the interstate, while I am experiencing a completely different life. And I kept going back to that person too. She doesn't look like me at all, but she did end up dying several years back though, but that was the first one that I connected with that I could just walk right into all the time. So, and I never remember the times, like what's happening in the physical world while I'm somewhere else. So, I mean, that makes sense. Do you remember any of your dreams or anything while you were in the coma?
I spent a whole life in another world. It's like it's weird. Like when I was over here, it's like I came right out of the fallopian tube and went on living. I had a whole life over there. I remember the entire thing. I grew up as a kid. I had parents. They were okay. I lived a life. I had kids. I had grandkids. And then when I passed on, I'm back over here. It's like I had a life in a life. It was weird.
Shazam asks, were you ventilated? Were you ventilated? I don't know what that means. Is that the... Is that?
Yeah, they had me on vents and tubes.
I'm so animated. That thing. The fuck? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they had me with Johnson tubes for like 3 months, and then when I came out, I didn't know who I was or what I was going on. And it took me like a year to walk and talk and speak again. And that was...
Shazam, get in the fucking box, lady. Don't make me ask again. Please, please.
Maybe about in my 20s. Because I don't remember exactly when, but it was in my 20s.
I was 26 years old, and I had a knot about the size of my fist coming out of my lower abdomen, and go to the hospital. Come to find out, it is a colon cancer tumor that was fingering out into the rest of my organs, and I had 3 to 6 months to live. Bet. I knocked the doctor out on the way out. I was jerking all the shit out of my arms. Fuck y'all! I'm in black tank top, mini skirt, flip flops, running down the interstate I-35 and DFW so I could get back to the concert, because fuck that. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die at a concert. I ain't doing it in a hospital, right? About 3 months later, I pass out my then boyfriend's truck, and he takes me to a different hospital, and they cannot even find out why I pass out. Not one fucking iota of cancer cells in my body, and I didn't go through chemo, and I didn't eat right, and I drank, and I did drugs, and I did all that weird shit. All right, baby, have a great day at work, and reach out to us, and if you need to talk about that, we're here to support you, Lorna. And I don't have a schedule right now, but I am going to be going live again, so I'll be here. All right, have a good day at work. But anyway, like, I don't remember any of my doctor's appointments. I don't remember passing out at the shows. I probably passed out like 8 different shows during that time period, and ended up in the hospital again. Them all telling me I need to quit going to concerts. I don't want to quit going to concerts. If I quit going to concerts, I might take you all with me when I quit sing. No, I'm just kidding. But because music is life, y'all. Welcome in, Lindsay. How you doing? But yeah, so like, I don't have memories of those things, and I have weird instances where there's whole months that are missing. But I have other memories from shit that did not happen to me. That shit that did not happen in this physical body, did not happen on this plane of existence. There's no fucking way. But it's a memory. And it's vivid and it's clear, and I experienced it. I felt it. I smelled it. I tasted it. We are all bouncing between each other because we are one consciousness. And we are trying to experience all of the experiences we could possibly experience. That's why our souls are split and literally flip-flopping between all the other versions of ourselves and all the other timelines and planes of existence. Now, why we remember some shit and why we don't remember others, my theory is it's what's impactful, or it's the thing that you wanted to pay more attention to. Like, you wanted to be in the moment for this event and not in the moment for that event. So you clocked out over in this body and came over to this body and went full on in the moment for that. And even though this body is over here experiencing this other thing that you didn't need to be in the moment for, you're still going to get the experience, and it still goes towards your soul's experience points, but at the same time, it's not going to plague you. It's not going to weigh you down. It's not going to trigger you. It's not going to leave something inside of you that's going to itch at the back of your skull for the rest of your life, or heart or soul or whatever. And I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's kind of good that we do it that way, but at the same time, it would have been nice if we'd have had some kind of fucking warning about this shit and not wait until our 40s to find out. Fuck. Like, why are we all crazy? Oh, we've been being called crazy our whole fucking lives. No, we weren't crazy. We weren't dreaming. We were astral projecting. No, we weren't imagining what we were seeing. We weren't imagining what we were hearing, feeling, or experiencing. It was really happening, because if we are all one consciousness, if we are all source energy having different experiences, then all of that makes perfect fucking sense to me. Because there's just like, it has to be. Has to be that. You know, you can only make so many souls, so many ants in an ant pile, right? Well, eventually they're going to have to start teaming up and working together, or they're gonna have to split up and separate the jobs so that they can get it done faster that way. What if our soul does the same fucking thing? Obviously, it does. We just haven't been told that, and now we're experiencing it, and we're becoming aware of our experiences, and it's got us questioning even our own self-awareness journeys. And that was the conclusion that I came to on my little outer space ride last night on that lovely little chocolate spicy candy.
Well, I'm sorry I took you off course, but if you want,
That wasn't off course at all. At all. Totally on point.
Because you asked a question, and I felt like I took you off course because you were speaking about about our experiences when we awoken. Mine started at 7 years old, out of a tragedy.
Usually is a tragedy.
I have remembered this story like it was yesterday. I was about 7 years old. My mom decided to leave me home. She goes, "Don't you watch anything scary." So she left me home by myself, and she went to do her little whatever things that I think are appropriate. So I'm in the bed by myself at 7 years old. I was like, "Well, I'm gonna watch Godzilla." I'm watching Godzilla and Godzilla. He's like, "Rah!" I remember. I even remember the scene that was on the TV. I was falling asleep when I'm watching Godzilla. They did a head-on shot. It was a gray background, and they're doing that whole shake the camera, and you had the people, they're pointing down at the Japanese people going, "Godzilla!" and they're moving the mouth and all that. It was the funniest thing. So I was watching it. I was watching Godzilla. He was coming. He was burning all of the city, and I was watching, and I'm hiding under my covers, and I fell asleep when he was destroying Tokyo. I fell asleep. It was Tokyo. It wasn't just, you know how like some people that in other movies, but I do remember them saying Tokyo, so that's why I remember. So I fell asleep. I woke up. Almost the whole room was engulfed in flames. I was so scared. I peed my pants. I scrambled up on the bed, and I'm hiding, and I'm screaming and screaming and screaming. Nobody was there. And then I was like, "Somebody help me. Somebody help me." There was this, I felt something soft against the head of my bed. I laid there, curled up into a ball, and I felt this woman there. I don't know where she came from. Don't know anything. I had my right ear on her, on her, because she held me really close, like a mother would. She held me really close, and she whispered in my ear, "Don't worry, I won't let the shadows get you. I'll stop them shadows. They'll never get you. I'm here to protect you." And I remember that. So when I looked, I seen she had a bluish like nightgown. And I looked she had blonde hair and blue eyes. She had kind of a white pasty skin. And I lay there, and I was crying. And next thing I know, I heard, "Who's in here?" I heard the wall come down. This big fireman pulls me out, and they carry me, and I'm screaming as they're trying to carry me. "Save the woman! Save the woman! Save the woman!" And then I was brought to the ambulance. I was fighting because I wanted to save the woman. I was like, "Save woman, save woman," something like that. And I went, and I was sitting on a thing, and they're trying to put this face mask on me for oxygen because I was coughing and choking, and they're trying to put this thing in my face. I'm trying to knock it away. And then I seen this woman on the left corner of my eye. She walked into the crowd. She was walking She looked at me, smiled, winked, and waved, and disappeared. And then that was when that was my first experience ever, and it stuck with me. And that's when I fully said to myself, "There's more out in this universe than I know." And then as I got older, I kept having experiences, and I'm like, well, okay, there's more out there than there is. And I've had experiences all my life, but that was the first moment, the very first moment I've ever seen anything that stood out and didn't make sense to me.
You got me reflecting right now. I'm trying to figure out what I don't remember what my first thing was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember. Like, I've just always been part of I've always known shit. Like, shit I shouldn't know. And don't know the things I should, which is really sad. That's why I call myself an idiot savant. Yeah, I'm a genius, but I'm fucking dumb as shit, and I got no common sense. But now I'm really seriously like racking my brain, throwing all the images across my memory Rolodex, trying to figure out which was the earliest memory. Go ahead.
I probably remember it because I wrote my entire life inside this notebook. Every memory I've had. I might have skipped over every important one, and some I just said, well, I went ghost hunting, but I didn't explain every detail of that, something like that. That's the kind of stuff. But everything major, I wrote in this notebook. In chronological order. Every horrible experience and wonderful experience, every part of it was my life that I lived. And I learned that I don't hate anybody for what they did to me. It's just it happened. I grew from and learned from it. I learned important things of why it happened, that it's not my fault that it happened. What was my fault? I went all through that.
I'm actually curious about that though, because if we wrote all this shit down in the Akashic Records before we came here, then technically it is our fucking fault. We chose to have this shit happen to us.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
But we were still stuck in our programming for the longest time that we were busy pointing the blame at everybody else instead of taking our own accountability, which is basically the whole situation with my niece and nephew. But I did write a poem yesterday. First one I've written since July, and it's pretty much says the same shit that I've always talked about in my poetry, about the tragedies that I went through with my family. Didn't talk about the grapes or any of that crap. I just talked about, basically losing my children and being thrown away by two different families. So basically the poem's about my mother wound, specifically. But then at the end, it talks about how, like, I'm grateful that I did that shit to myself. I understand now why I put myself through all of those terrible ass experiences so that I could start questioning things, so that I could feel uncomfortable, so that I would want to seek answers, so that I would want to heal myself. Because, hey, Caitlin, the more that they would push on me or try to program into me or tell me about myself, the less I felt that was right. And how can you tell me about me? You don't know me. You're just my teacher. You're just my preacher. You're just my mama. You're not me. You don't feel my feelings. You don't think my thoughts. You don't experience it the same way that I do. So, like, you can't tell me how to feel about it, think about it, or act about it, or what I saw, felt, or acted. So, like, I don't know where I was going with that. I think I circled back around into the same answer. There goes another level of the gummies. Alright, feel that wave. Y'all can't tell, but I'm... Y'all feel that wave? Alright. Buckle in, boys and girls. It's time to go on our favorite rocket ship to outer space, because we are astronauts.
I even did that too, you know. I wrote 13, 14 songs of the
Nice.
things in my life, and I actually made them into songs, and I put them on my computer, and
Nice.
I listen to them when I'm not doing meditation, which I've done feels like forever now. I meditate almost every
You know
single
that
day, 2 or 3 times a day, and
meditation is not just you can meditate driving, you can meditate washing dishes, you can meditate gardening, listening to music, singing at the top of your lungs. Anything that takes you out of your getting stuck on thoughts is what meditation is. And that was the hardest thing for me to figure out during this journey a couple of years ago. I could not fucking meditate. The second that they wanted me to start meditating, I couldn't fucking do it. Before that, I had no problem. Hey, now. Before that, I had no problem meditating. I could get in the zone. I could do a spell. I could send my intention. Everything worked out. Then all of a sudden, but you have to meditate so that you can get to your inner child, so that you can heal the things you've forgotten are broken in you. Fuck!
that's what I
I
keep
can't
hearing.
fucking meditate.
That's what I keep hearing. It's like, oh my god, stop.
Come up, y'all. Yeah, no, but for real though, because the thing about it is, and this was my bitch about it. Thank you for the hard on, brother. I love it. My brothers can be hard ons, but this has been my bitch and my complaint since the beginning of my TikTok career 2 years ago, and since the beginning of me joining this spiritual community. You cannot tell me how to me. You can't. You may find things that work for you. You may find things that fit your shoe just fine. You may find things that fit your pretty little head just fine. You may find an outfit that looks great as hell on you, but I go and put it on and I look like a dump truck and a sack of potatoes. You know what I mean? Like, so we are not going to experience the same things the same way, even if we're sitting next to each other on a roller coaster, both of our arms in the air. We're sitting right next to each other. We're still going to experience it, feel it, see it, smell it, hear it, taste it differently. And that's where, Source Energy is getting all of this information. And that's why it takes some of us a little bit longer to heal from something. And I was realizing this yesterday after writing this poem, that yes, I've complained about this a lot because it was the thing that traumatized me the most. It was not the grapes or the abuse or any of the other shit that I went through. It was my children getting stolen from me and me being thrown away as an infant. Those are the two things that impacted my life the most, with the most pain and the most suffering. I still carry baggage from both of them, knowing that neither mother wanted me, both of them hated me, both families hated me, and I was an innocent child. I didn't deserve that. I carried the pain of that still. Yes, I've healed it, and I've forgiven them and myself, and I understand why that happened to me. But for the first 40-something years that I didn't understand, I couldn't point the finger at me. I couldn't say that any of it was my fault because I was an infant. How could that have been my fault? Now I understand how it was my fault because I chose to experience that. Because my soul, my body, my person, who I am right now for you guys, could not have come out like this if I had not put myself through that. It was an experience that I don't remember and I'll never remember. How do you work on the inner child work if you can't remember it? If it's from your infancy and your toddlerhood, if it's that far away, but guess what? It still affected your psyche, your programming, your core values, how you react to things, how you feel about things, how you experience things. Hey, Amanda, what's up, Pumpkinhead? All of that shit happened. Your first time your grandma held you, or the first time your mama held you, or the first time that you were spanked, you don't remember none of that. But guess what? It still made an impact on your psyche, on your person, on how you experience things. So there's a very good chance that you're going to have triggers that you're never going to be able to find the answers to. And it was because of trying to connect those types of dots that I realized why I was always like starved for affection and chasing love and begging everybody to be my friend and not giving up and letting people fucking just do whatever to hurt me, and would still forgive them and beg them for friendship, because my very first taste of love my very first moment in human contact with anybody else, I was passed around and denied and told that I wasn't wanted. And then I was cursed. And, like, literally, they're just like, we'll just give them away. Let's just get rid of her. She was a puppy we didn't want. She's the runt of the litter. Literally, I am, actually. I'm the second oldest of 10 kids, and I am the shortest. You're very special. I'll always love you. I will always love you, too, April. But here's the thing, though. You're right, I am special. Special ed. I'm sorry. That's the stupidest joke ever. Don't laugh at that one, please. That was a Jason joke. Anyway, the Mrs. Jones down there, she was one of my brother's best friends. Speaking of, that was another thing that I questioned. Like, okay, if everything happens for a reason, then why the fuck was my brother killed in a car accident? Why the fuck was I blamed for it when I wasn't even in the same state? Why the fuck this? Why the fuck that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, I have started answering all of the fucking questions that I've had all this time for myself. Now, can I answer them for you? Probably not. But once you accept and understand that your soul wrote all of this down, including these conversations we're having right now, every single moment that impacts your psyche, your spiritual, your soul, every single moment, you wrote that shit down. You made a contract. You said, this is how I'm going to experience it. This is how it's going to react to me. And this is what's going to happen from that later on in life when I don't see the connection. One day, this trigger's going to pop back up, and now I'm going to understand how to solve somebody else's problem because I'd already worked on that. And, but yeah, I didn't think I'd figure out why I was so, like, desperate and affection starved. Like, I really didn't. I didn't think I was ever going to heal that part of me. And once I realized, oh shit, I did all that for a reason so that I could be this person, so that I could do this, so that I could help others with it, because I know what the events were. I know what the triggers, the healing, the whole 9 yards, every fucking step of it, even other people's experiences. And I offer that by having a panel where we all come in here and discuss whatever the topic is that day. So go ahead.
As I'm sitting here, and none of this other stuff ever comes back in my mind unless somebody brings it up. But the one thing that does come in my mind, and it's been on my mind for like the last 6-7 weeks. Once I said it, I felt so out of place and weird because I actually admitted it online, I guess.
Wait,
and
so sorry,
true.
Brim. I am so sorry. I missed 2 sentences back, and I feel like that was a poignant thing that I just missed. Welcome back, Mr. Disrespectful. Can you repeat those last 2 sentences?
I've been told to work on those things, and none of those things bother or affect me, and I don't feel no resonance with them. But however,
what things?
I remember all of those childhood traumas, but there's one thing that I wish I didn't say, but I said it online, and I meant what I said, but I felt out of place since I said it. Which was that I always felt like
you're safe here, Brim. It's okay.
A woman trapped in a man's body.
Bro, I get that. I'm a dude.
Being in this male body is repulsive, kind of.
I feel that body dysmorphia are the reason we have those things too, and this is my theory on that, is because we do flip-flop back and forth between male, female, ambidextrous, hermaphroditic, no sex, a single cell organism. You know what I mean? Like we bounce back and forth. It's like a ping pong ball. Not ping pong. Sorry, pinball. It's like a pinball machine. So you got this universe over here, this universe over here, this universe over here, and here's your soul. Bing, 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 bing. 1 minute you're in dimension 12, next minute it's in 5, next minute it's in 3, next minute it's in 27. And you can't even keep up with your own self because it's not an ascension. Your soul isn't rising and getting higher and stronger and better. It is bouncing around from the good shit to the bad shit to the high shit, heavy shit, light shit, crazy shit, all so that you can not forget the experiences, still have them in your soul's data bank, and also get the full range of the experience. Because check it out. If I went only to McDonald's for like 2 months, and then I go to only, we'll say Chick-fil-A for 2 months, and then I go to like Boston Market, and then I try to go back to McDonald's, how's your taste buds going to react to that? Right? And so my theory is that when Source figured all that out from our reporting back of whatever experiences we had in our first hundreds of lives, that he was like, okay, wait, we can't just keep going up, because then what we're doing is we're forgetting where we came from, for one. We're forgetting to be humble, and we're getting more egoic, and we're getting more like, oh, I've leveled up. Hey, I'm not going back there. So they switched that up, and they turned it into a pinball machine. And now we bounce the fuck all over. And so we can't even keep up with our own shit. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. That was an awesome roller coaster ride. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try jumping out of an airplane without a chute this time and see if I survive. Let's go. You know what I mean? And it feels that agonizing, that maddening sometimes. Like, and just uncontrollable. Like, I'm flying out of an airplane. I didn't even remember getting on this fucking airplane. Where the fuck is my cord I need to pull? God damn it, is the ground going to be soft? Please let me be over water. All of that shit is the things that are going to go on in our head, and we're not going to be able to react in the way that we need to, because we're giving ourselves too many options. Where our soul is, I being Sunshine, our soul is already aware of what the fuck we came down here to do, why we got on the airplane in the first place, and why we're jumping out. Thank you for the hard-on, sister. I love it. My sisters give me hard-ons. I miss you, boo-boo. But, like, we don't know why we got on the plane. We don't know why we decided to jump off without a chute. We don't know what we were thinking. We're pretty sure we're not suicidal, right? We're pretty sure we weren't trying to splat and be an experience, the bug on the windshield experience on the ground. All right, now I love you, dude. But our soul knew, so our soul still made our little puppet body get on that plane. And we're not going to know until we actually do hit the ground and go splat, and then all shit's revealed to us, because this is the one place we forget things. Like, I don't understand why we forget things. This is the hardest school in all of the cosmos. This is the one we should be remembering all the things we learned from our past lives for. Like, it's the stupidest thing in the world for us to deliberately have our minds erased, and then not only have to rebuild a spiritual journey, a personal growth journey, from fucking scratch with no notes, no memory of ever having done it before. But now, the forgetful ends, yes. But now, on top of all of that, we got to remember who we are on a cosmos level. We got to remember why we came here. We got to remember our contracts. We got to remember the lessons we learned. But we didn't even believe in past lives, because we were programmed to believe that there's only one life to live. And there's no way that we could have brought any other information. But the Pleiadians and several others, hey, inside, they have whole schools where you learn different skills and different, I don't fucking know. You just learn different shit for specifically your next life, for whatever specific planet you're going to next. If that exists, if that's a thing, then my theory, I don't know, my theory is, at this point, my theory is, I think it's solid as fuck. Thank you for the hard on inside. I love it. My brothers give me hard ons. That's a solid as fuck theory, period. Like, it just, I mean, I can't make it rap. I can't make it any more sense. I'm going to figure out how to make it more sense, but I don't know if I know how to make sense. But it makes sense, because once you once you accept the one consciousness, once you realize that you're literally here to experience all your experiences, that's when you're going to, okay, it's super easy to just be Angel for a minute, be Shazam for a minute. I'm going to check out on the inside. Hey, I'm going to go see how Brim's doing. I don't have to float above you. I can see it through your eyes because I have connected myself to the one consciousness and remembered enough of my clairs and my abilities in my past to be able to do that easily now. And it used to be something that I didn't know I could do. And now I can do it easily. So that's why when I started my TikTok career, I literally started with personal growth, psychology, then went to clairs, then went to starseeds, because my soul knew the order that I needed to do these things to bring all around. I didn't understand it, and I argued for 4 fucking hours 3 different times with my friend Pharaoh in the middle of the night because he thought that I was wasting time by doing the personal growth part and remembering and the emotion on all that. No, I'm not wasting time. In fact, this is the key. This is the reason that all the other attempts have failed, because we didn't fucking focus on that. We're just like a fire sign. We're just going to put the experience back and pretend like we didn't, we've already healed it and it's out of sight, out of mind now. It's not going to bother us. But guess what? There's still a trigger in there from it. There's still a lesson that we needed to learn from it. There's still an experience that we needed to have and keep in our mind and in our forefront and in our awareness that we are not going to even experience at all because we didn't remember that that's what we were here to do. Okay? That's why they're calling this the Great Awakening. It's time to wakey, eggs and bakey. Crack that good old pineal gland wide open, boys and girls. Get out there and do it. I mean, that's why I keep preaching. Just be open to all possibilities, man, because the more open you are, hey, Dark King, how you doing? The more open you are, the more you will receive, and the more you will remember, and the more will make more sense. Thank you for the heart on, Dark King and Nyx. I appreciate it. Love of my family gives me heart-ons. Back to zombie apocalyptic life. If we don't, no more numbness. Face those facts, fears, and shadows. Hey, listen, man. We've already been in a zombie apocalypse. It just, we didn't get the cool, extra added rotting flesh smell. But, we're walking around like this. No, here, let me grab something else. It's my phone. We don't see the pole we're about to walk into, or the friend we missed out on meeting, or the possible love interest that we just walked right by because we're staring at our phone. We were not paying attention to our surroundings because we were staring at the programming, we were staring at the screen, we were hyper-focused on something that is inconsequential, absolutely useless. It's literally here, it's called the Nightmare Box, literally here to hold us back and program us to keep us stuck. Keep us food. Ah, thank you. Thanks, Pete Sunshine. At the boost. Alright, I'm going to take a little potty break. Angel, can you take over for a moment? And I would like to hear some of Shazam's stories. She's also been in a coma. And maybe they can compare something a little bit. I'll be right back.
Hi, Angel. You look beautiful.
Hi.
You look
How's everybody doing today?
beautiful.
Sorry, my voice is mostly gone. Isn't everybody so excited to have Meadow back?
Can't believe it. It's just great.
I'm so excited to have her back. I have missed her so much.
I know, she's looking good.
She is. She looks happy.
Yeah. And did she say she's in a new relationship, or did I hear that wrong?
I'm not sure if she said she's in a new relationship, but she's in a new location ship.
With someone. Yeah. Yeah. Location ship.
Yeah, that's why I said location ship.
No, I like that. Sorry,
I don't think I've met you guys before. I'm Angel. I'm from Iowa.
I've seen you in loads of Meadows lives.
Yeah, I live in Iowa. you believe we live it now, just slightly different. I had to jump out of here for a minute because my phone is acting weird, but it's still acting weird. You're Pink from Canada. It's nice to meet you, Pink. I love your pink hair. I had blue hair, or I had green hair. I mean, I had blue hair first, and then I had purple hair, and then I had green hair. I wore a green wig for Halloween, and then I loved it so much I just dyed my hair the same color.
You said green.
It's fake. Is it a wig? It's beautiful. I have blonde hair for real too, but it's a little bit darker than this. And then so I went platinum to turn it blue. And then it's a filter. I went platinum to dye it blue, and then I actually at first I hated it. I was like, I feel like a blank piece of paper. And then I ended up liking it, so I just kept it this color. I wear elf ears. It's kind of my thing.
The ears are inspired.
Yeah, they're... Thank you, Pink.
Incredible.
Hello. Hello. Are we doing the thing where we were talking about our awakening, or did you move on from that?
I mean, technically, it's all about it. I think it's just that my brain has been to outer space and back all over the cosmos a few times over the night because it was super good Spastic Candy. And it's one. Hey, King Mikey, how you doing, brother? It's one of them deals that that I kind of think I figured out. I kind of connected all the dots last night, and I'm still trying to process the dot connection and figure out what picture it made, so I can share it with y'all.
Mine happened when I was like 7.
What's up, Peace?
When I was 7, I saw a glowing blue boy pushing a soda can on a stick.
How's it?
Wow.
But I didn't completely understand what happened, what happened or why it happened until I was older. And then I realized that because I saw this glowing blue boy pushing a soda can on a stick, I was with a friend of mine, and it started chasing us. Or he started chasing us, and we ran back across the street, like a main street. We ran across this main street, and then this man pulled up in one of those little grocery go-getter cars, and I just remember him being like this really tall, long man. What was that?
Hang on, Angel. Struggling, come back up, man. Come back up, struggling. But go ahead. Sorry.
He was just this really tall, long man, and I just remember like his knees came up by his elbows in this little bitty car, and he reached over and he opened the passenger door and he yelled at us to get in the car. And my friend was like, no. And here's me, this little autistic kid, like, this adult yelled at us to get in the car. We better get in the car. Like, and had my friend have not been with me, I would have gotten in the car. And because an adult told me to. And the guy like started getting out of the car on the driver's side, and we took off running, and we ran to this house that was right next to us where there was 2 German Shepherds in a pen outside. And we jumped into the pen with the German Shepherds, and the guy wasn't about to go in there. The German Shepherds knew us. We walked them, or we played with them and walked them for these people. And the guy didn't come in there with us, but you know, as I'm older, I realized that glowing blue boy put us on the other side of the street so that we weren't on the same side of the car as that man, so we had an opportunity to run. Like, and to me and I realized that like as I was older, but I knew that I saw a spirit when I was a child. I knew that was not a living boy as a child. And my sister to this day still says like she has believed me my entire life because my story has never changed from that moment. And I found out later that because I recognized that boy. I was like, I know who he is. I know who he is. I found out later on that we had horses when I was little, and where we kept our horses, their youngest son passed away in an accident with horses, and that's who that was. Like I recognized him, but I didn't know him really well, and that's who he was. So that was my like realization that we weren't the only things on this plane of
That's
existence.
amazing. That's amazing. Love that.
My first realization, I can't tell you, but I know that the earliest story that I have as far as weird spirit shit happening is when my family found out that I had clairs. I was not even barely 3. I was in the guest room at my great grandmother's house, a room that nobody would ever go in because everybody said it was haunted, right? And I'm in there talking to my imaginary friends or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember it, but my great grandma opens the door. She says, "Sis, who you talking to?" And I said their names, and she recognized those names as demonic names. And that's when I got pegged with demon, child, devil, girl, and witch, and been called that ever since I was 3 years old. And everybody's always terrified of me because they think that, you know, something's wrong with me to be able to talk to demons as a baby, you know what I mean, as a toddler. This must be an evil child, you know what I mean? But they weren't demons. They never were fucking demons, okay? The things that we call demons are actually not. Those are more angels than anything because they look ugly because they've been fucking injured so many times.
But they are
in spiritual warfare. Yeah. But, like, that's what I'm saying. The things we call demons are angels. The things we call angels... Because if I was a demon, I would want to make myself look presentable enough to make somebody trust me, right? I'm making myself a halo, and nice pretty white dress and some wings and a smile. You know, the real angels, they're out there, they're looking like a fucking,
They're covered in eyeballs.
there is one kind, yes. But they're, I was thinking, like, my brain went straight to, the Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3 when Rocket and his friends they had all the fucking different arms and legs and shit because they were being experimented on. But I could just imagine them. They've probably got like bionic arms and like your eye patches and shit.
Can you imagine the ones that are covered in eyeballs with a bunch of eye patches? What else?
Dude, how do you walk?
Seraphims, aren't they?
I don't want nothing touching my eyeballs at all.
I wear contact lenses.
And what do they do in the wind when the dust is blowing?
Mr. Sandman, give me a drink. That Sandman be busy up in the Seraphim realm.
What does it say? There's a tree hugger in the room? Hey, tree hugger. I love tree huggers. Mine went to Lovecraft and the Different Terrors. What's that?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Uh-oh, Angel already knows, so...
It was just,
here we go.
I was like, you
Come on,
said covered in eyeballs, and I was like, oh, that sounds like an eldritch terror to me. That sounds like something that came straight from, like, the bottom of the sea. But they also have multiple appendages. They have multiple mouths.
God, ooh, oh, fuck! My brain just straight went to, because I just recently found out that the little mouth is actually the butthole of the starfish. So when mermaids are wearing the starfish, that's their mouth, not their butthole, rather. Their mouth is on those nipples. That's where my head goes. That is where the fuck it goes. Hello, evil duck, welcome in. And I'm just like, how aware am I? And then I immediately go to something just absolutely fucking ridiculous every time. It's cartoons. Fucking cartoons.
You're saying their mouth is their butthole. I thought you said somebody stuck a mouse in their butthole.
Hang on. If you hang out with enough paramedics, you will get those stories. But seriously though, like, how many times have we watched a starfish be used as a shirt in cartoons and things? Like, then here I am, almost 47 years old, and I just find out that ain't his butt, that is his mouth, That's how he's staying on there. He doesn't have straps to tie around. That's nothing to do with spirituality or growth or anything, but that's triggers. Like, where did that trigger come from? ADHD triggers and all that shit. One thing to be said, and off. We're all squirreled off on that. Now we're squirreled off on starfish nipple clamps. I don't know. Y'all, serious back. I don't know what to do now. I've lost control of my own. The voices in my head. Voices in my head. Shazam's been sitting there twiddling her thumbs for 2 months. I fucking wish Matt would hurry up and get their fucking ass back on TV.
I missed you, I did. But I just thought I'd leave you, let you go on with it. Did you ever try the Patches medal?
Oh my god, actually. I was literally just found them. I just found them today or this morning, and I was like, "Fuck!" Because I thought I didn't get away from Kentucky with them, and I was mad. I was like, "Fuck!" I didn't even get to use those, man. You came all the way from Scotland. I didn't even get to fucking. I'll be damned if that bitch is gonna fucking take my dopamine patches. I'll be damned.
For you.
She already took my W-2 and stole money from my PayPal to pay for her freaking Walmart delivery. Like,
oh, I know you told me that. Oh my god. You're so good to get away from her.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
When I found these, I was like, oh my god, they've been in the other bag this whole time. I do want to try them, but like, at the same time, I kind of want to save them for like a really bad day.
Yeah.
Like if I have an emotional breakdown or something or an anxiety attack, fucking knock me out with one of these. Cover me in them. Make me look like fucking stickers. Like,
yep.
Like I walk through a post-it note factory and people just start throwing notes at me. Cover me.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a long, strange trip it's been. It's a Grateful Dead line. This just reminds me of the Limp Bizkit second CD title. Oh yeah, the chocolate. What is it? What is the name of the title again? It's like Chocolate Starfish and something something.
Hot dog flavor water.
What the ew?
Like Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavor Water. That's the name of their album.
Why was that even one of the choices when they were coming up with the name of an album? You know what we should do?
Well, Chocolate Starfish is a butthole.
Disgusting, fucked up, confusing, and also let's inadvertently teach a bunch of little kids that a chocolate starfish is a butthole. Because I didn't.
Let's be honest, though. This is also the same period in time that the Bloodhound Gang exists still.
Listen, Bloodhound Gang is fucking genius, and you lay the fuck up off.
No, lyrically they're amazing. I'm just saying.
So much better when the stripper is crying. Beep, 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 beep,
But like for real, could they release any of their music today, and it would fly?
No, it wouldn't fly.
Oh god, no, it would never fly today. It's so like, wow.
Just because it had to happen in the '90s, it fucking did it. It could have
same
only
thing with,
happened.
Well, like same thing with Blink-182. What's My Age Again? That music video would not fly now. Where they're streaking and just singing, they're doing the whole music video and they're sitting there and they're streaking.
All right, now I just scrolled off on another. If it's wrong for us to be completely naked, why is it encouraged for them to put all these pop stars in the absolute least amount of clothing that covers up the least amount of skin?
Thank you.
Okay, but that's where I was getting at. All of this has to do with the subject matter today. Every single fucking bit of it. Because the littlest shit like that is what gets us questioning these kinds of things. That gets us on this journey. That gets us, why do they do it that way? Why is it this way? How can we make it better? Could we just not do that at all? That's how progression happens, y'all. Individual progression, ascension, spiritual, planetary, doesn't fucking matter. That's how. Hey Lee, good to see you, brother. But like when we write it down in the Akashic Records, we come here and experience it. We don't know what the fuck we're doing it for. We don't have a clue. We don't remember it because our little brain's been washed. But our soul's like, no, dude. I know you want to turn left, but we're gonna turn right. because there's a pretty girl on the next block that you're gonna wife someday, and you're not gonna meet her if you turn left. And you're used to going left. You go left every fucking day on the way home from work, but all of a sudden you just suddenly have an urge to go right. And sure enough, you meet that wife. You know, we may not always understand why our intuition tells us to do something, or somebody else tells us with great reason. They're giving you good advice. You need to work on this shadow. You need to work on this. You need to come to an understanding with that. You need to educate yourself on this. You know, you need to eat healthier or drink more water or whatever the fuck it is. People are sharing this information. It may seem like a little off-putting at first, like, who the fuck are you telling me what to do in my life? But they're doing so because they wrote that contract with you before they came here. They were going to be the person to put that seed in your brain, to plant that seed in your soul, so that you would continue on your journey, questioning authority, questioning things, questioning your triggers, questioning your thoughts, questioning your experiences and why you reacted this way, why you thought that, why you felt that. Why did Angel give me the creeps earlier? You know, like, no, I'm just kidding, Angel. She said,
I did it on purpose. It was my goal. Mission accomplished.
Handshakes. Pleasure doing business with you.
I like the creeps.
I do too. I'm very creepy.
That's why I collect all those dolls.
The third son. Welcome back. What happened to Azrael? Fell out again? Dude, I had a creepy doll I got from my grandparents' antique store. Back in my 20s. I'd actually just lost it a year and a half ago and lost my house, but this creepy doll looked like what Chucky had come from. It's a doll from maybe the 30s or 40s, and just the paint on his face was just it was just all fucking creepy. I thought it was Dorbs. And I put it in the window of the hotel that I was living in. And I got complained on by every fucking passerby, so much so within a couple of days that they kicked me out of the hotel. They didn't even want the doll in it anymore.
I found a doll in my attic that's stuffed with human hair.
The doll is stuffed with human hair? Oh, hold up. Not really. I'm restricted. Wait, what did you do, Angel? It's restricting you. What'd you
I
show?
did nothing. You know what's funny is I get this restriction all the time.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's that person that was in here, the one that hugs trees, reporting me.
See, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Like, this whole petty accusational behavior, dude. Hey, Chicky, whoever the fuck you are, whatever it is that you do not like about my friend, guess what? You need to turn that finger and point it at yourself. Because when you see something that you do not like in someone else, it's actually the thing that you do not like about yourself. So you need to take a moment to become aware of that. So whatever it is that you're jealous of, envious of, or just spiteful about, it's a you thing, not an Angel thing. She just happens to be
Do you want me to drop down because of your restriction?
You're going to drop down and come back? I don't give a fuck about this.
If you don't care, then I won't drop down. But if you want me to, I will.
Bro, I get a restriction usually on me every single time I go live. So
I get that restriction all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that person. Because did you get my message?
Which message?
I sent you a text message about that person that was in here.
Oh no, it's probably sitting there. But when I'm live, I try to put my phone on do not disturb, and I don't pay attention to it.
No worries.
Until after. But dude, you know I got your back. Okay, hello. I mean, look whose room you're in. I mean, we didn't even organize our outfits today or our makeup or anything. We just came dressed together. Like, you know what? I feel like green today. I bet you Angel's gonna do it too. And boom, lo and behold, here we are, matching and looking fly. That's another thing. It's literally to the most minute fucking details of us putting on green eyeliner on the same day, or you and your best bud wearing the same blue shirt to work the next day, or whatever the fuck it is.
I just blocked somebody from your live. You can probably go check your blocked list.
Who'd you block? I don't know what you're talking
about. The tree hugger.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Listen, I trust you. I don't know her, so was she just sitting in here? Was she just sitting in here being silent?
Yeah.
Then you completely did the right thing because we don't play that here. If you want to come in and just listen, that's fine because I get it. Some people are working, some people are doing homework or whatever. got their hands full, so they got their headphones in and they're hearing it. They're gonna get the messages that are meant for them that day, and that's fine. You're naked, awesome, Evil Duck. I love that you're naked. There's that too. But if you're just gonna
Duck's a
come
good friend
in
of mine.
and, huh?
Duck's a good friend of mine.
No, I know Evil Duck too, and even spelled Evil Duck. Evil Duck spelled naked the way I spelled naked. I call it Nike though. But welcome back, Brim. But it's literally like that's where my brain went last night. Like I went all the fucking way out to outer space to the farthest reaches of it. Saw the big picture all put together. Then I zoomed in quantum field level. Then I saw all the teeniest details that connected each and every little fucking pixel on the TV screen when you get too close to the TV. Like, why is there lines and I can't see lines? Why is there yellow, blue, and red? But when you step back, there's a whole picture. You see what I mean? This is what I was doing last night. I was literally on the most magical dot connection experience of my life, and I was doing it, cuddling my cat, laying in bed, talking to myself, and questioning the universe and my entire everything, because I didn't have a topic today, and that's what got me here. I might eat a gummy and go to outer space and question existence for the bazillionth time. But this time, let's actually come back with some answers, because we have a bunch of friends that have been waiting for you to fucking know something. You've been asking the same shit. You've been putting all these ideas in our head all these years, Meadow, but you ain't fucking told us shit. All you did is give us more questions, just like you have. Well, fuck, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to burden you with that. But we did promise each other that whoever found an answer first was going to come to the others, right? That's what we're doing now. That is how this one consciousness shit works. That's how this source energy works. That's why you can suddenly be aware of a fly in the next room, but not be aware of a person sitting next to you on the couch. That's why you can be remembering every fucking detail of one split second and remember no details of something that you wished you could. It's your brain, your body is going to click out, and your soul is going to make sure that you're only getting the lessons and the information that you actually need for your growth. The impactful moments, the lessons that you need to learn to be able to pass on, or the ones that are going to further bring you closer to whatever's going to heal your triggers. Like I literally just understood it all last night. That's why I love fucking gummies, man. I do. Man, everybody, I broke the bad, okay? And we're not supposed to be hallucinating, because that ain't real spiritual shit, blah blah blah, bull fucking shit, dude. When you're on THC, when you're on psilocybin, when you're on dopamine, when you're on any of this shit like that, you are going to vibrate at a different level than when you're not on it. And guess what? When you're vibrating on a different level, you're going to see all the shit that's on that fucking level now, because you're vibrating at that same level. Now you can see it. The veil had never thinned. It's always been there. It's just you finally stepped into your memories, and you finally accepted that other things were out there, that you could be able to see them, or you could experience them. Been on a lifelong journey to find out the answers to existence and why the fuck I was here and why all this horrible shit happened to me. And now I know the answers, so I can teach it to you. Now, all that being said, can I read you guys my poem that I wrote? Yeah, Angel says, yeah. I can make it. It's too early in the day to be thinking this way. Evil Duck, literally, I wish I could stop thinking this way. My brain has been thinking this way since I can remember. Since I could fucking say the word universe or existence or why. Always. Because I've just never accepted anybody else's answers, and none of it made sense. It didn't apply to me. And I knew that there was a reason for it. There was a reason I was asking the questions. There was a reason that I was this curious. And now I know why, because I'm supposed to be one of the leaders of this revolution, one of the first awakeners, one of the ones that has been working on this for so long that I've asked all the questions. And I found all the answers. Thank you. It's Black Light Responsive. I got 2 of them. No, you're not. You're the way where mine went with it, but what could be the light? But, okay, so I called this testimony. And like I said, forgive me because it is somewhat repetitive of all the shit that you've probably heard me say in other poems before, but this is the one I was writing that fucking brought it all into fruition. That connected the dots that were still missing. Okay. When I was barely 10, playing in the creek, a vivid vision of two children came to me. The first was a little girl that looked like my clone, and second, a dark-haired, dark-eyed boy was born. I need to practice reading this before I read it in public, but here we go. Over the next few years, more premonitions flooded in. Tow-headed, blue-eyed girl playing with him. It wasn't until the day my daughter arrived that I knew the kids in my visions were mine. Damn. 3 years later, my sweet boy showed up. Just a young single mother with babies to love. I had so many plans, hopes, and dreams, but there was something my visions didn't see. My higher self knew I would grow from pain, knew I was strong enough to carry the weight. No mother should experience a child's loss, especially when the allegations are false. They claimed I fed my babies cocaine, refused the drug test to clear my name, used a Polaroid picture of my bedroom at 14 to accuse me of not keeping my house clean. Even my lawyer got paid twice, taking both my parents' money and mine. He walked into the courtroom with a smile, shook hands with my folks, laughing a while. They even illegally adopted my kids. Never thought I'd forgive them for what they did. They alleged my son was Hispanic descent so that two Caucasians could adopt him. My son is half Apache in a state where the tribe should be involved in fate. And the court denied a paternity test that would have proved he is indigenous. Everything happened so fast in court. Less than an hour, I was a mother no more. They finally had the power they sought to abuse and manipulate what couldn't be bought. They'd refused to let me see them while maintaining they'd been abandoned. Packed all the cards and letters I sent in a box I later found in their attic. They told my babies that I never cared, that I was out partying instead of being there. The whole time I was working 16-hour days so I could afford to fight back someday. Time flew by, didn't feel like 20 years. My failure to win brought up new fears, that my children would believe all their lies, their mother abandoned them to get high, and never even tried to write or call. The whole time they were hiding my cards. My folks would tell me the kids weren't home, or they were too busy to come to the phone. I was so desperate to get them back that I married a Southern Baptist man. He was so charming and silver-tongued, but would beat me daily for fun. I took the abuse because it appeared to be working. Come here. God damn it. I took the abuse because it appeared to be working. It was amazing waking up with them in the morning. After my third child entered the world, my parents and kids wanted to be with our girl, so their visits increased for a spell. I mute you, Angel. So their visits increased for a spell, until my ex-husband put me through more hell. I'd finally gotten brave enough to escape his abuse. He knew I still had something to lose. So he called the cops with an outlandish claim that I tried to kill myself with a razor blade. They destroyed my house searching for proof, finding nothing and ignoring the truth, allowing my ex to take her away. I haven't seen her since her 4th birthday. As if losing your children isn't bad enough, the cosmos added an extra special touch. Years of estrangement led me down a path of personal growth, self-awareness, and more spiritual crap, which has helped me heal and understand my purpose here and why life was so bad. In my birth chart, the stars have written that my mother wound needed more attention. So let's back the story up to my own birth, where my mother wound welcomed me to earth. My birth mother declared the wrong dad. I'm not stupid. The math doesn't add. I would have had to be 3 months premature, but at 9 pounds 8 ounces, yeah, sure. Also, he was Chinese, and I'm as pale as it gets. Of white hair, blue eyes, and porcelain skin. Of course, he knew I wasn't his, so he made her choose between me and him. The maternal grandparents took me with them until their near-death experience ended it. Off to my aunt's, where the decision was made to adopt me out and change my name. At 3.5 months, I was taken home to cover a debt that wasn't my own. My father taught me many valuable skills, while mother had me running for the hills. I'd play out in the creek where I was safe to avoid being the brunt of her rage. I was too pretty, talented, and smart to ever win her envious heart. She blamed me for everything that went wrong, causing me to question my worth far too long. When my brother died at 18, she lost her mind, taking it out on me. Then used his life insurance claim to steal my children and ruin my name. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Whoever is in charge when my life ends better get somewhere and hide. Understand that I'm not letting this slide. No human should experience that much pain. Not in one lifetime. It's inhumane. But I guess it did what it was supposed to do, because I healed myself and now teach it to you. Hurt people, and healing people help people. Anyone can embark on a self-healing journey. It's not easy reflecting on the hurting. Though the healing is worth the work, you may feel alone, even with support. It's the hardest and bravest thing you'll ever do. Changing the world starts within you. This is my way of planting the seeds to heal from the wounds that didn't bleed, so we can make the world a better place for future generations to grow up safe. So much intense pain and suffering, yes. And that's, of all the horrible shit that I've been through, abuse, rape, bullying, fucking accusations, all the horrible shit I've been through, nothing hurt me like those two events. Being born and thrown away, and my babies being stolen from me, and my name ruined and lied about, and then being turned away from me. And then I'm still suffering with this. I have 5 granddaughters I don't get to be a part of, and a almost 28-year-old daughter that refuses to talk to me. And none of that is my fault. It's all because of the lies she's been told, because she figured it out a long time ago that it's easier to believe my mother and to go with it. She got free shit. She got bank accounts. She got cell phone. She got wardrobe. She got catered to. So, I guess I'm going to team up with Grandma, man, and fuck you, Mom. Cool.
Meadow, that moved me beyond words. You are a beautiful poet. And
you fucking moved me beyond words, Shazam. You know that, right? You do. You're the strongest motherfucker in this room, so I accept the compliment, but you are the strongest motherfucker in this room. I mean, for real.
Well,
I love you, Meadow.
I love all of you.
And I'm here for you anytime you want to talk.
What
I'm good, dude.
You, Meadow?
Guys, I've got 2 fucking... I still physically have 2 fucking books, but I've probably written...
When did you write that one?
Yesterday.
We're so damn connected. I just wrote a new one the other day.
Nice. That was my first one since July. And it took me like 4 hours to write. I kept going back over it.
Angel, I've not heard any of your poetry, I don't believe.
Do what?
I've not heard any of Angel's poetry.
You haven't? Well, bust one out, Angel.
You want me to read the one I just wrote?
You have not heard any?
Yes, it's already after 1, though. Can you give me like 2 seconds before you start that? Because I want to pay attention to it. B-R-B.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard any of your poetry. That was beautiful.
Duck, you just called me Angle.
No, Angel.
But he spelled it wrong.
Oh, dude. Can we please call you Angle?
That's one of my nicknames. You can call me Angle.
At which angle are you looking at that? Which
am I obtuse or am I acute?
The most beautiful angle.
Or am I right?
I see what you did there.
I don't math for fun. I call people who math for fun masturbators.
That's pretty funny. That's fucking hilarious.
Masturbators. That is a play on words.
I got the right angle for you. What the fuck? Evil dog.
Now
I
that's an
got the
obtuse
right
angle.
angle for you, though.
That's
No,
an
but-
obtuse angle.
That's an obtuse angle.
No, it's a provocative angle.
All right.
Whoa.
Are we ready?
It's a parag-
Are
wait,
we ready for
what?
my poem? This is the one
I'm
I
ready.
made this one into a song
Everybody
too,
read
but I'll just read the actual poem for it. It's called All Used Up. Let me get it plugged in. My phone needs to be plugged in so it doesn't die. Or it doesn't quit the band. Hold on. All right. Let me get this turned down. Okay. All used up. They liked me best when I was sparkling. Not warm, not true, just glinting and hollow. A pretty little glow they could hold up to the light. Something bright enough to borrow. They held out their hands for the light I spilled. And I poured, and I poured, and I poured. Until I flickered, until I dimmed, until there was nothing left but smoke. And somewhere along the way, I was told I'm hard to love. Then later, someone else said it again like it was obvious. Hard to love. And once, as if that wasn't enough, someone looked at me and said I'm even harder to like. Strange how words do that. They settle into your bones. So when the room empties and the quiet stretches wide, loneliness doesn't feel like silence. It feels like those voices coming back to rub my nose in it. See, hard to love. No one asked where I went. No one noticed the silence, only that I stopped shining. And that's the thing about people like me. We expire quietly, on shelves we never chose to stand on, in boxes we never fit in, under lights we never turned on, loved for the shimmer and left for the soul, all used up. And when the glow is gone, people pass the empty space like it was always meant to be empty. No thank you, no goodbye, just the echo of something I started to believe, that maybe if I poured enough light, someone would stay for the dark.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Okay, so excuse me. This morning, when I was setting up the stand and trying to fix a curtain so that you couldn't see the wall, there was one of the workers here, and he writes his own songs, and he was sharing some, and I was like, all right, bet, you want to do that? I'll share some of my work with you, no worries. And he said something that brought me to one of my older poems from my old book, right? So I went and got it, and I don't know, after he left, I was sitting there, like, it just fell off the table and onto the bench, and when it fell open to a poem that I don't think I've read since I wrote it. And I already had all these answers in this book. Jen, welcome back. It's just that I've changed the way I'm asking the questions. If that kind of makes sense. But I'm reading this poem, and it's really hard to read. It's really fucking, like, doesn't flow well at all, but I was probably, 26, 27 when I wrote this? 2011. Okay, it's 2026, I'm turning, somebody math for me. It's 2026, and I turned 47. Okay, so in 2011, I was...
I don't masturbate.
30, I was 31. Hi, Spicy Ginger. I was 31 when I wrote this. Or 32, I guess. Yeah, 32. Yeah, because this is when I broke up with my ex-wife, and that's what this is about. It's called Useful Uselessness. Now, I'm going to read the whole thing, even though it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but if you step out of the story that I'm talking about, a breakup with my ex-wife, and see the real, like, all the poignant shit that we talk about on my live is kind of in here in a weird way. Like, you know, when you drop a book and it just opens to the passage that you needed to hear that day. It's what I feel like this poem did to me this day, and I feel like I should share it, even though I don't think it's a very good poem, as I'm curious to know what you guys get out of it. Useful uselessness. Here we go. Gotta go make a call. I'll be right back. Okay. Hope it's to the Ghostbusters. She is talking shit on Facebook while I watch Rent. My heart cooks. From Frozen Solid, that little crook broke my heart with a faker's look, who claims the knowledge that wrote the book, yet 7th grade was all she took. Well, I'm the goddess who spoke the truth to someone who was just too rude to be herself instead of the brute she claims to be without some proof that she is worthy of such a ruse. Am I expecting myself to prove a love one-sided that has no use but to remind me that I'm a fool? For those more broken and much more cruel, to take control of the pain that fuels their justification to be the tool used to destroy more hearts so they'll hurt like you. Misery loves company, a lie that's true. Only if your antics cause someone new to be on the ledge of a 10-story roof, searching for reasons that'll help them choose to save their life or let the world lose an amazing person that's been refused to be themselves, which could encourage you to find yourself and your use. In this life you did not choose. I'm so grateful to break the chain of abuse, plaguing generations whom I never knew, that became the victims of a burning fuse they could have stomped out before it blew. Thank God I was able to learn what not to do before I became a parent too. My children may never know what I went through. Gladly I will suffer if they don't have to, and give them the chance to be able to do all of the things that they are meant to. Such a simple thing that's finding out who we're meant to be and fulfill our use fated to us before our time is through. I'm driven by purpose to get to know you. I sincerely hope you'll get to know me too, so we can both get a glimpse of truth and leave this world in which we grew to overcome such unfortunate abuse, and encourage change for the youth whom we could have lost too soon if we never fulfilled our life's use. You were meant to hurt me, and I am doomed to love you. I had never heard of the Akashic Records before, and I think that's why this fell on that poem today. It's really hard to read, but did you catch that on there? That was 32-year-old me realizing that we had a soul contract. You were supposed to hurt me. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to love you. I was supposed to experience the pain and suffering that I went through with that bitch. I was supposed to. Because you can't request up. What the fuck? Somebody get her up here. What's up, Nathan? Can
I read one I wrote for my parents?
Yeah, here's the problem though. I don't have an extension cord in here. And the plugin is like 20 feet that way, and I'm on 13%. So I'm gonna let you read your poem, and I really want to hear from Jen. But while you're reading it, I will be listening, but I will be up moving around looking for a way to charge my phone so I don't have to hang up the line. Thank you, brother Nathan. Welcome in, and thank you for the art on. I love my brothers. Give me art ons and go.
This one's called Before the Grave. Glimmers of pain, flickers of rage. Love does not spit on a parent's grave. The years have been jagged, sharp as glass. Memories I wish would fade, yet they last. Your voices, once thunder, carved cracks in my youth. But time keeps whispering, make peace with the truth. The clock is relentless, it's ticking, unkind, and I don't want regret gnawing holes in my mind. So I open my palms and unclench what I hold, lay down with the old ashes and let mercy unfold. I won't say that the hurt has vanished away. Forgiveness is soil I must tend every day. But before you are gone, before silence remains, I choose love over distance and repair over chains. You were my first bullies, my blood and my kin, mocking my body, my shape, and my skin. You laughed at my weight, at the girl I became, made jokes of my presence and carved me with shame. No fists, no bruises, but the damage was real. Your words taught me hunger, a hunger to heal. I carried the names, the sneers, the disguise, a child who learned early to shrink, to apologize. Still, here we stand, years dragging behind, your mortality pressing on both of our minds. I can't rewrite childhood, I can't unfeel the sting, but I choose mercy, a softer offering. Before silence settles, before death enslaves, I'll lay down the anger that memories gave. Forgiveness won't vanish the hurt or the past, but love is the seed that I want to plant last. I didn't have a safe place, not at school, not at home. My bullies wore your faces, so I learned to be alone. The laughter cut deeper than any hand could, mocking my body, my being, my good. I grew in the crossfire of jokes and disdain, a child with no shelter from teasing and pain. You were supposed to be my haven, a soft place to land. Instead, you are thunder, a back-turned, a brand. Yet time is a thief, and I won't let it win. I won't let your cruelty decide who I've been. I choose love, though it costs, though it scars where it lies. I choose kindness, not bitterness, before our goodbyes. For the end comes for all, and I'll not be its slave. I'll leave you forgiveness and not spit on your grave.
Wow.
Bro, that last line,
Oh,
mic dropping it.
wow. Oh, I
Is
was
that
on
something
that
that you wrote?
journey with you. Oh,
Is that something that you wrote recently, or is it
I wrote it a while ago.
a while ago?
I read it. I actually read that one a lot to myself because I'm
yeah,
still working on forgiveness for my parents,
yeah.
and I see them a lot, and I'm actually really close with them. It's just I hold a lot of resentment for them for the way they treated me when I was younger.
And you've got to wonder why. Why would you treat a child badly? I don't understand.
Well, I used to have that question too, and like I said, I answered that, man, because we're trying to experience as many experiences as possible, and there's lessons to be learned, hey, Nathan, and there's things that we have to, that our soul needs to do, and we may not understand it in the moment because we're human,
Yeah.
but our soul does understand it, and our soul knew that we needed to have that experience so that we could do the next thing, so that we could help the next person, so that we could be a better person, so that we could heal, so that we could be triggered, so that we could experience whatever the fuck it is that we're supposed to experience.
And
That was my point, is that we're going to experience it all. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. You know, one day it's sunny, the next day it's cloudy and rainy. One day you want to go pick flowers and there aren't any. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And we search for reasons why, and even when we find the reasons why, we still don't accept them. And I think it's because we've been giving them the wrong reasons, if that makes sense.
You know,
Go ahead, Jen.
I know as a parent that I did the best that I could with the knowledge I had at the time. And every choice and decision I made from the moment I found out I was pregnant forward had to do with how it affected my daughter, this way or that way. And I did everything that I could to give her what I felt she deserved, that any child would deserve, which is, you know, two parents and stability and like rules. I mean, you know, she had a bedtime during school. I made sure that she had her homework done. You know, I involved myself in whatever she was involved in. And, you know,
I think the most important thing though is to make sure that you're available when your children come to you and tell you that they're hurt.
Yeah.
Is to acknowledge that you hurt them and validate their hurt and their pain and tell them, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
It happened to me once.
Okay.
I was making my daughter.
Because my parents won't do that.
Okay, well,
And I'm not asking them to get into specifics. I'm just asking them to acknowledge that they fucked up. I understand that they did the best that they could with the tools that they were given at the time. But still, I'm hurt and struggling.
I understand that. I understand the hurt. I get that. I really do. But, like, okay, nobody can tell you what to think, how to dress, where to go, what not to do, what to do. Nobody can tell you any of that. So, with that said, we are in charge of our emotions. We're in charge of how we feel about things. And you know, other people can't make us feel any sort of way unless we give them the power to do so.
Oh, I agree completely.
So, I mean, you know, I think that...
Hold on, though. Are we giving them the power? Or are we choosing to feel that? We didn't give them shit. Because Straight up, let them, right? You can call me a name. You can feel some kind of way about me if you want to, Jen. And it's going to affect me however the fuck I choose to allow it to affect
absolutely.
me. You didn't make me feel shit.
Yeah.
You expressed your feelings towards me, and I said, fuck it. Moved on. Let them. I don't care. I don't care how the fuck I care about you, Jen, but I don't care how the fuck all these other people, they want to like try to tear me down and bring me to a level of their misery or whatever. Let them. I'm too busy vibrating up here. I ain't got time to fucking be down here with you and your petty bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's harder when it comes to our parents and our children, but that's why there are parents and our children. They wrote those soft contracts specifically to irritate the absolute fuck out of us, hurt us in the deepest and darkest and most fucking detrimental ways that scar us, and really, like, did it scar us though? Look, it made us better.
Yeah, you have to
it made us better people because
that's just it.
How
That's just it. Love doesn't hurt. Love never hurts. Love is patient and kind and transcending and understanding. And you're talking about dysfunction. If you're talking about anything besides love, you're talking about dysfunction. You know, and
I can't fucking stand putting conditions on love. Oh yes, I'll love you as long as you do what I want.
Right?
No,
I agree.
You should love me. And oh shit, there goes my.
I love
you should love me.
unconditionally.
Thank you. I mean,
my parents.
I'm
I
not
tolerate
into
the
fears, Angel,
boundaries,
but
but I love
we're out
unconditionally.
My mother,
you know what I
used
mean?
to
Like,
beat us so bad. My mother beat us so bad, and Dad reinforced it when we were little, and I hated that. I hated them so much, and I forgave them about a month before I had my brain vein. I'm so glad I did. Just trying to get healthy for 7 months, I had a major right hemisphere brain bleed, electrical discharge with blood product, and all 4 of the primal forces opened up to me. Now I go back, and Father never understood, but Mother did, and I can explain many things about the afterlife that they've seen in some of their dreams. And it's been kind of nice being able to have lunches or breakfast or whatever they have. And it's so nice seeing you, Shelley. And seeing Peace in the Meadow again.
It is. I agree.
Amun is the Hotep. I have no hot EP in me anymore. I mean, I can get dense on a protocol, but it has to be about truth and an underpinning of someone too little to overcome it on their own. If someone has a handout, I'll help them. But otherwise, I can point something out. I can't force somebody to do something except get off
100%.
my neck.
well, and the thing is why do we focus on the negative? That's another thing. Why do we focus on the negative? Why don't we focus on good memories and good things that happened when we were growing up? You know,
And I don't focus on the negative. I get those out in my poetry. I get that out in my poetry. When it comes to my relationship with my parents, I focus on the positive because I want that to be a positive experience. I have a wonderful relationship with my parents. I get my angst out in my poetry.
Yeah. I did write one poem, I think. I read it once out loud. Compassionate indifference to difference pits
You guys,
Ohio's confluence
I'm this far away from the cord.
influence tag sags on it. Seems I seeth when the vessel car pents dust, a moon's tomb tempered crust, penthouse temple red rust, no fuss. We have such a whisper light calms on a hard bite tether, the terawatt scale holy wet feather unfurling fest, raw Brahman's feral test. Tiamat's whack, Nibiru pack smack. I are you are I from O-I-I-E, O-E. So there.
Very good. Very good.
I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
you know, and as children, we misunderstand a lot of adult things, and like I used to think that my mom didn't want me around. I used to think that nobody ever protected me. The thing is my mom had me stay with my grandparents or stay with my aunt and uncle or stay with some family friends. My mom had me be gone as much as I wanted to be, or more. And I thought that's because she didn't like me. And she was just trying to protect me from the dysfunction of my alcoholic father, and we weren't, as kids growing up, we weren't allowed to have friends over to the house, but we didn't know that because when my brothers are 5 and 6 years older than me. So when they were growing up, we used to have to call around and find the bar that Dad was at so we could go get him. So Dad wasn't around to see whether they had friends over or not when they were growing up. And then when it was just me at home, and he didn't work, like I thought one of us was going to end up no longer here, because it was a bad deal because he didn't know what to do with himself besides work. That's all he ever knew how to do was work. And so he did go back to work, which was helpful, but I still didn't know that I wasn't allowed to have friends over because, he usually worked pretty late. There wasn't an issue of him even finding out that I had anybody over or whatever. But after my mom died, like, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. I wasn't supposed to go anywhere and I wasn't supposed to have anybody over. And, it was the worst time of my life and he wanted me to do it alone. Like, I get it. It was his house. He paid for it, blah, 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 blah. He had a problem with me that he didn't know that he had. And he punished me all the years I was growing up because my biological dad kicked his ass, which was kind of stupid, but he kicked his ass for going out with my mother, yet my biological dad was living with another woman. But my dad held that against me my whole life. And when I was about 19 or 20, we had a conversation about it. And from there forward, we became friends. I was friends with my dad. We depended on each other and we could. And, he showed up for me when I needed him to show up and he followed through with things. And everything that he wasn't when I was a kid, he was now. And I'm really glad that we were able to talk about it and work through that. But when I started really diving into myself and looking at what I needed to do differently and what I needed to change, that's when I realized that there were a lot of things as a child that I misinterpreted it, such as that my mom didn't want me around. My stepdad, he used reverse psychology, although he didn't know that's what he was doing. He would bet against himself when it came to me because I always proved him wrong. And there was the one time that I didn't prove him wrong and his words actually came to fruition with me. And it really, really sucked because I never wanted him to be right. And it's not a right or wrong thing. It's just the thing that he kept accusing me of is that I was going to be a teenage pregnancy. And every year that I wasn't, then he would move the age of me becoming a teenage pregnancy up. And it really messed with my self-confidence and me as a person, period. I mean, it fucked me up that my stepdad thought that little of me. And that's not how it was. Like I said, he was using reverse psychology because he bet against himself that I'd prove him wrong. And that's all he wanted me to do was prove him wrong. Instead of sitting down and having a normal conversation and saying, hey, look, you're a pretty little girl and this is about boys and this about boys and this about boys. Instead of having a conversation like he should have, he just did what he knew, which was tried to get me to prove him wrong. And, with the understanding of that, I still had a hard time letting go of those feelings and shit. But I did let them go because he didn't do wrong by me. He did what he knew how to do. And there's not a lot of families that have emotional intelligence emotional maturity. There's a lot of people in this world today that are stuck in emotional immaturity and don't have a clue about emotional intelligence, that take on other people's shit as their own. If I come across somebody having a bad day, I do my best to make them smile. I don't sit there and be shitty back to them because they're having a bad day. Have I done it before? No, usually I say being shitty to the wrong person that walked through my front door that when I just got done having a fight with my boyfriend or something. And then I was fucking shit ass to them. But fortunately, I had some friends that showed me a lot of fucking grace, love, and understanding. And they didn't take that personally, and they didn't hold that against me. And then there were people that did. The thing is it's all about our choices. When we were kids, it wasn't about our choices, but it's about understanding our parents and knowing where they came from and what they came up with. And if we don't know those things about them and their lives, then maybe we should get to know those things about them and their lives. Because when I was in junior high school, I had to go to a shrink. And of course, my whole family had to come, which meant my mom and my dad had to come. And I learned, some stuff about my dad that I didn't know. And when he got in trouble, his dad would beat him down to the ground and then kick him all over the room. And I couldn't imagine my granddad ever doing something like that, but that's exactly what he did. And that gave me a lot of respect learning that about my dad, because that meant he was doing better. He was doing better than his dad. He was trying to do it differently. He was trying to not be cruel. So there's a lot of things that happen in our parents' life that we know nothing about. And we want to judge how they did wrong by us. No, man, that ain't fair. And it ain't right, because we don't know. So,
yeah,
I guarantee they tried to do better. They tried to do better.
My mother always said she was trying to break the cycle. She'd come back a couple days after she beat the crap out of us and trying to apologize and stuff. And it went in waves. And she did get better. After the first 3 kids, she had 7. But the oldest brother, he bailed, and I had to kind of take care of till I got old enough to get out of there. I just stayed busy all the time. But man, they were so naive. I wasn't even interested in sex. So I was like 17, and a girl, my parents put me with a guy at church who was at risk for gangs because they lived in that neighborhood, and the kid would take and steal his dad's car at night and stuff. And so they wanted me to be his friend. I went over there, and we would steal his dad's car, even though my car was outside. We could drive my car, but we would take his. And after a while, it was just silly. And some girl at one of their junior high dances attacked me. She was older and taller. And from then it was on, by the time I moved to Texas at 20, I got married. I'm still married. She was 17. We had to get permission. It was, and 3 daughters and now 5 grandkids. Oddly enough, to give them room in myself, I'm living in a bus in my backyard. Out by the chickens. It's a nice neighborhood.
And the rooster?
7 of them.
We just heard it.
He says I'm living in a bus out by the barn with the chickens. It's a nice neighborhood. I fucking love that. Sorry, Nathan. This is great delivery.
Well, I mean, my next door neighbor's house went for over $1 million, but it's just about location. We're about 9 nautical miles from DFW. I mean, I could put a helicopter pad in probably, but I don't want one. I got about 300 something chickens. Bees. And nobody to talk to in the house. They don't even want to, from my NDE, they don't want to talk. They just want me to take some kind of medicine so I'll go back to being normal or whatever the hell that was. That's where my brain remapped and it works backwards now. I see system, process, flow, dynamic, and where it is on it's going to fall apart or not before I can put an emotion on it.
I think backwards. I think backwards also. I do. I process
They want-
backwards. I start from the top and go backwards.
I come at it from fucking all over, like I'm a monkey. I gotta turn it all the way around and expect it to tear apart, look inside.
Yeah, I do
Put
that.
it back together, see if it fits.
Yeah,
I'm fucking drive myself crazy with that kind of shit. But
tic-tac-toe against itself. You just play tic-tac-toe from both ends and it's alpha. Okay, cat's game.
the thing that I have enjoyed the most about being this lunatic-y about, not accepting an answer and having to find all the answers and then come up with my own answers and still not accepting those answers, never to start the whole fucking process over. The reason I'm glad about that's probably my greatest worst quality. Because if I had accepted any answers as the answers, I wouldn't be as smart and well-rounded as I am now. I would be just as programmed as everybody else, I'm sure. And also, yeah, I'm just glad that I'm a questioner. I'm glad that I'm a questioner. I'm glad that I question things. I question every fucking thing. I question why y'all are my friends. I question, why do y'all come to my lives? I'm not even that cool. I don't know shit. I fucking irritate my own self squirreling off more often than I fucking do anything else. So, I question everything. Why is this hat on my head right now? Oh, because I didn't... Look, I got a bandana, too. Why did I do that today? Why did I do that?
Because
I can blame it on the gummy, but no, it's not the gummy. I made that decision. I made that choice.
You didn't want to mess with your hair.
Well, right. It's always messy. Y'all, what in the fuck is this too, by the way? Look at that. You see, it is a very definitely white right there. Look at all that. I noticed that in the mirror this morning, or last night, rather. I didn't.
Starting
Fuck,
to get
I'm
a
turning
little
gray,
bit right
guys.
there. I got one right here.
Yeah, but you're 60, aren't you, Nathan? Or
Almost
close
six-
to?
Almost 62.
At least
Yeah.
you're not turning Japanese. I really think so.
No.
Japanese, dirty knees. Wait,
Turning
Chinese,
Japanese.
Japanese, dirty knees. Look at
think
these.
so.
That's why. That was stupid. Oh my god. At least when we squirrel way the fuck off, and it's at least somewhat entertaining. But really though,
Ichi ni san shi orange go sigo sugomasta.
Wow.
It's just some Japanese, no big deal. A little bit.
I think it's big
I
deal.
think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
I had exchange students when I was living in California as a kid. We had 2 sets of girls that came and lived at our house and taught us Japanese and cuisine and such.
And you didn't went into sex until you were 17?
My son, when he was 17, made friends with a couple of girls that spoke fluent Japanese.
Wow.
But they learned it from fucking anime. Because of cartoons they watched.
Wow.
They spoke fluent fucking Japanese. And I'm just like, fucking yeah, go Sponge. Alright, get it. I don't know.
In high school, I had a German exchange student live with me, and he studied electrical engineering. He got a PhD in it.
Wow.
He's a designer of the tokamak, or the fusion reactor in Munich. And I got to go see him now. Because I talked shop with him before. I studied electrical engineering, but I see what they're missing in quantum mechanics. They're looking at 17 fields, electromagnetism is one of them. And he's big into the frequency patterns, and I really need to go see him, but I'm hanging in my butt.
You should do
I'll go.
that. Yeah. It's popped into your head today because it...
You never know. It might be just the adventure you need, Nathan.
Yeah.
I went there once. When our kids were little, we left our kids with my parents and went to Europe for 3 weeks. We spent 3 nights lodging and traveled all over. It just, we had friends and my exchange student had friends, and he set a program up. We went to 5 different countries. 3
Go
nights
Amsterdam?
lodging. Yeah, we didn't know anybody in Scotland or Belgium.
Did you go to Amsterdam?
No, we went around. We went to Luxembourg, Scotland, Well, I wanted to go see places where my family is from in Scotland.
And where was that? Because I'm in Scotland.
We went to Thrieve, to the castle at Thrieve and the abbey there at Dumfriesshire, Galloway area,
Yeah, Dumfries.
and stayed in the Lake District. And then we had a friend that lived across the street from Windsor Castle. That was kind of nice.
Well, that's lovely.
They sold their house and moved to Ireland until their money ran out. They were not allowed to get a job. So they stayed down the south until their money ran out, and then they came back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They just wanted a holiday, so they went for like 8 years, something like that.
Wow. That's a holiday. Oh, yeah. So you should maybe revisit them.
Yeah, I need to get back and travel. You know, the
You know what I was
carpenter,
thinking?
a carpenter, we think it was building something, but I was shown that cartography is mapping over terrain and domain and triangulation and quadrants using depth, densities, protocols, heights, elevations, all kinds of things called pentatonics. So a carpenter would be pentatonic cartography, mapping terrain and terrain. And the Yad Vadhe is the only principle that is needed for all the math and all the triangulation for that. But that doesn't do anything for the growth patterns of the terrain around when things are in dynamic and erosion and calcifications things. But that was the crazy part of learning that extra stuff.
Nathan, I'm only as good as the Big Bang Theory makes me. I don't really know much.
What'd you say, Shazam?
I'm
Big
only
Bang is
as
so cool.
knowledgeable as the Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang happens at 6 million times a second. It's still happening. It's going off 6 million times a second, the microwave. The problem with the time is there's cesiums, Chiron cesiums that don't always go forward. Like in the Earth, they notice there's like an atomic clock, and the one in Denver will calculate the cesiums. And every once in a while, they have to add a leap second to the timing from a nuclear clock because the cesiums are different. And now, though, it has started going backwards. The core of the Earth, I think, is just actually flipped backwards. So it's just given a different click.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know why these things, I'm like thinking about something, then a podcast or a science paper will show up on my podcast and I'll have to look at it.
Well, it's not
Okay, a couple of years ago. Go ahead, Shazam.
No, that was all I was going to say.
What did you say? I didn't even
I
hear
said
it.
it stirred my brain. What Nathan just
Suck
said.
Mountain.
It stirred my brain. Stirred.
Stubbed.
S-T-I-R-R-E-D.
Stirred.
My brain. Like what you did.
Stirred?
Stirred.
It's
stirred my brain.
How do you stir a dream?
No, stirred my brain. The information that Nathan just
start your brain.
Stirred my brain.
I don't have my headphones in today, Shazam. That's my fault. I'm
get
sorry
you,
I didn't take them out.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you.
That's what I keep going in there for, because I was trying to do a safety meeting, and I've gone in there 3 times to get a hit, and didn't. Just stood there. BRB. Safety meeting.
Made me think about things, Nathan. It's a good thing.
It's like ions cannot make a complete pinch circle. They get about 2/3. In the Abyss, I saw that. And then they disappeared. And then sound started coming up from low octave. You can't even hear. You can feel it. And then, but I didn't have a body, though. Maybe that's why I could
Hey,
feel it.
Nathan, I got a question for you, though.
Yeah.
If it's all connected, okay? If it's all connected, if everything, every cell, every atom is all connected, it's all source energy, right? The scouts, being that water, the phone, the whole thing, we're all connected. Then my thoughts on it are, nothing has a specific frequency, nothing has a specific mathematical equation, nothing has a specific design, because it's all connected to the next thing. So yes, this piece, this is specifically designed like this so that I can use it like this, right?
Yeah.
If it's missing one component, it's not gonna lie, right? Even one component. All right, I was supposed to close an hour ago, Angel. I was only gonna do 10 to 1 today, but thank you for being here and good night. Hi, Gemma. It's good to see you, babe. But like, if this is missing one thing, or say it has a piece of dirt or a piece of pocket lint inside there, it's not gonna lie, right? But you gotta get that debris out of the way and out of light again. Or if you wash it and dry it, goes to the washer and dryer just fine. But if it doesn't go through the dryer, it just goes to the washer. You gotta let it dry before it light again, right? It's made up of a design to be a certain way, right? But it's also got all these little flaws and these little tricks and these little things that it will fuck it up or will improve it. Like if it's cold, the flame will be small. If it's hot, the flame will be huge. It's designed a certain way, but it's still affected by its environment and all of the interactions that it has with the other things around it. Just like we are.
Well, those
Just
10
like we are.
commandments are 5 fundamental principles and 5 fundamental principles that relate. The 10 commandments, they're just 5 principles, but they relate differently across board. But they come from 4 primordial elemental principles, and Moses only took 1 out of the temple. The Giza Plateau is missing a black pyramid, which would be the first chamber of the heart. The whole country is set up, to me, it looks like the lymphatics in the blood system, the main structures, the liver, everything about the human body from mouth to delta is the whole country of Egypt. It's just such a representation of exactly. It's just Alexander went there. There's some rivers that don't flow. There's pieces missing from the Giza, but still.
Wow.
I started telling people, "Hey, this is my island. I'm not boastful or wanting to say you got to kick me off or whatever, but I'll just show you how to eat you slower." It showed me that if we lean into something, you just have to stay forward dynamic. If you get lukewarm once you've become hot, you're an example for someone else to see and overcome and underpinning. And if you become lukewarm, you get spit to anew. Doesn't matter. You just spit out. I had open heart, all kinds of stuff because I didn't want to push forward.
Mm-hmm. And the dreams you had when you were ventilated, were they horrific like mine?
When I was a child, I had horrific dreams. I was shown in my life review that I had dreams of being thrown off of cliffs or falling out of trees and always never being able to land, but always being standing there and then just getting shoved off because I wasn't going forward. I was just standing at the plate, watching the ball come, not wanting to swing when I was learning baseball, stuff like that, hoping I got hit so I could just get a free base. I was a dumb kid. And those dreams stopped. Actually, we lived in a haunted house. It was pretty bad, built right on top of a mine. The next family eventually burned it down.
Really?
Yeah, my
Oh,
brother
wow.
almost tried to. He played with stuff in the basement. That house was, it was crazy. It had symbology from the war in opposite spin sewn into the carpet, handmade by a Jewish family.
Wow.
Ooh, I bet that was a powerful image and a powerful feeling.
Yeah.
I was the only one that had nightmares when we lived there. I had them all the time.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
So Hobart, Oklahoma, the town I just left. What Neil was talking about it down there in the comments. It sits up on top. Well, it sits to the side of, but it's still on top of. Hey, Jeffrey. It's still on top of the Rose Quartz mountain range, which is the only remaining mountain range in the continental U.S. that runs east to west, proving the Earth used to be on a different axis. Also, it used to be bigger than the Rockies, so it's eroded quite a bit over the years. The entire thing is made out of rose quartz. Like the whole ground is rose quartz, and then on top of it is red clay. Huh?
The Arbuckle Mountains?
No, it's the other side of the state.
Oh, okay.
But I think they're. I don't think they're connected at all. Actually, to be honest with you. But anyway,
no. The
my
other
point
one
is, it's the rose quartz. The rose quartz is highly spiritually conductive. And me being, me, the psychic that I am, going to Oklahoma, 6 to 12 times a fucking year because my grandparents live there. I learned how to turn my clairs off so that way I wouldn't be bombarded by the ghosts of me. I'm trying to sleep, man. Or I'm trying to go play, or I'm trying to do whatever, and I've got all these demons and ghosts and creepy things around me, confused and wanting to know where to go or what to do. And I was a fucking little kid. I didn't know what to do. The fuck you mean? Yes, I can talk to you. Yes, I can see you. No, I don't know how to answer your question. And
you're right.
I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because what I was getting at is it's like places like that, Limestone, Rose Quartz, places like that, they tend to be highly filled with ghosts, or like very, very, very spiritual places. But you can ignore the ghosts just like you can ignore a dog barking at you, or a kid rambling, or me. Because like you choose what you focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Paid attention.
You choose what you.
Thank you for that, because that makes so much sense that the ley line went the other way and the crystals went that way. There's other places in the Davis Mountains where the rose quartz will grow in weird lines, not in line with the mountains. But like the Arbuckles, I mentioned them because they say they're the oldest range in the world that just eroded so far. And they run the other way, so all of them started going that way, I guess, after. I mean, it had to be back around Nibiru's collision sometime, or at least another imprint from that. This is old.
Can I just... I'm not arguing or debating or even questioning. But I want to make a small point. You're gonna make me a video? Thanks, Jeffrey. I want to make a small point that history is written by the victor and the richer. Yeah. It is not 100% correct. So everything that we have been taught, from how old a mountain is, or what an atom looks like, or what a town looks like, or who was in presidential order, every fucking thing that we have learned has been programmed into us, so that we can follow a narrative that fits their control. We all know this. Oh, yeah. So to hold anything on what's been written, or what so-and-so said, or what so-and-so did 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Hi, baby. Have a good day at work. They don't... It fucking lost the middle of my sentence. I got distracted by a cute boy. Sorry.
Right. They don't jive. Yeah, they don't always jive.
What's up, unicorn? Do what now?
Yeah, they don't always jive. They don't match all the time. Heck, even a lot of the words we use don't match, and what they wrote and meant something could be different by the way we use the same word for something else.
Yeah, like, okay, I don't remember the comedian, but he did a whole skit on word shit. And how shit has so many fucking meanings depending on, what you put with it, your tone of voice, etc. Like, he's shit. He's a piece of shit. He's the shit. He smells like shit, he looks like shit, or just how many fucking ways can it mean? Well, when you think about that, and you take that idea into translation, and you put that towards history, you put that towards what we have been, what we have been taught to believe, what we are supposed to be, what we're supposed to be living, what we're supposed to be existing, following, learning, trusting, and none of it's trustworthy. Because back when I was an atheist, this is my favorite question to ask a Christian. When they would ask me what do I believe that how do I believe that the earth was created? Or how do I believe that we got here? Okay, hey unicorn. And I would tell them, I said, look, it doesn't matter what I believe, guys. What I can tell you is what I can experience right now. Right now, there's not a single person in this room that's alive and well right now that was here when this earth was created, or humans were created. Some of us may have the memories from other lives, from other civilizations, but in our physical body right now, we were not here when this earth created. So we don't know for 100% fact it's flat, it's round, it was created in 1 day, 7 days, or 50 million years. Nobody really knows. And the fact of the matter is, there's so fucking many planes of existences and timelines existing right now that every single one of us in this room could have memories of when it was created, and still have different memories. Because we came from a different timeline, or we came from a different plane of existence, or our soul's journey sent us down this road instead of that, or told us to remember this and forget that. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, literally, everything, literally everything, is source energy. So why do we keep labeling it? Why do we keep separating it? Why do we keep forgetting that this cell phone is also energy? That this bag right here is also consciousness? That this lighter right here also has a life purpose? Follow shit turned to stone. They were told don't do it. What? Jeffrey, what I miss? Oh, scroll up. Hold on. Not in this very my soul's physical manifestation. Yes, okay, great. Exactly. So we can all read the same fucking paragraph and all get different information out of it, or get a different meaning out of it, or get a different inspiration or trigger out of it. We can experience the exact same thing. We could be identical fucking twins and read the same article and still get different experiences, and still get and still have different emotions or triggers or thoughts about it. That's why I say, and I have said since the beginning, we all have a piece of the puzzle, but if we're all arguing over whose piece of the puzzle is right, we're never going to get it to fit. But if instead we are curious and open to receive each other's pieces of the puzzle, then we'll all be able to see the bigger picture together. Because not only did I know my answer, but now I've learned unicorns and Nathans and Jens and Yas and Shazams, and now I have all these other ideas that I would have never thought of before.
It absolutely
and thank you guys for being different.
Speaking to me, Meadow, I couldn't have said it better. Badass, dude. Badass. Good job. That was well spoken. Hi everybody, I'm Unicorn, the first unicorn, wannabe, last unicorn, I don't know, I'm just a weird guy. Used to be Bard of Humility.
When I met him, he was the last unicorn, and he changed it to the first unicorn because of some conversation we had one night on live. I don't even remember how we got off on unicorns.
No.
But we were there and we stayed there.
But everything that you just said is real. And the issue is we've been living in these fear-based systems due to perceived necessity. Okay? And perception is reality. What you perceive out here in front of you is your reality. So,
hang on a minute, though. Hang on a minute, though. Hang on. I'm with you. I agree with you. But now I just triggered. I'm telling you, I'm on space candies right now, and I've been to the cosmos and back. So hold on. Like if now I just lost my fucking train of thought. Repeat what you just said. Repeat what you just said. So I can
ADD. What?
Squirrel.
Yeah. Right. Good. You broke me. Where we at?
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create an app, and I'm going to get all the neurodivergents and all the autistics and ADHD and psychics and weirdos and put them on there, and then I'm going to let them be on camera and hang out and give them topics. It's going to be a shit show.
We're not already doing that right here, right now? Hello?
Oh, yes.
You were talking about energy, though, and how everything is conscious energy. Everything is energy in some matter or form. Nothing is actually quasi-solid. Everything is
what I was saying, though.
Energy.
What I was saying about energy is that we're all source energy. We're all consciousness. We're all experiencing a different experience, but we're all source energy, right?
Yes.
And that's why, and that's why we can do the littlest things like me and Angel came to this live today with the same makeup on.
Oh.
And I'm already an hour past the time I was going to close. And there's no air conditioner in here, and it's getting well past 85. And yeah, so I'm tired, and I'm hungry. I'm just looking at the eat and eat too many gummies. Can't live on THC candy. I mean, it's good. Hey, Pebbles. It's the reason I'm hungry, but it doesn't fill my stomach up, and it only exacerbates the problem.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Yeah. I'm fading, y'all. I'm sorry. The marijuana in your brain takes more time to ejaculate. Roll up a spiffy so the worm dictate. I'm such a weirdo, y'all. Also, I do have an old poem that I ran across today and added to my newer book because
Hey, I'm going to go
I
down
think that
to a teaching hospital here in another few weeks, down to their psychiatry, whatever you call that office, and have some talks with their psychiatrist and neurology program down at the UT Southwestern. I'm going to have it out with them about our language model and a whole bunch of things. It might be fun.
dude, okay, like the more we separate it and the more we try to split it up or try to give it more levels or labels or pronunciations or meanings, the further we're getting from our goal. Our goal is one consciousness, is to come together to call back our power,
So-
to remember who we are, to fulfill our life's purpose, to come together in compassion and love. We all came here together, all on this planet at this time, so that we could be a part of this awakening. We were the bravest, we were the strongest, we were the most experienced, we were the ones that knew that we could handle it. We gave ourselves the fucking hardest. We put our fucking whole video game, like, I'm putting this shit on, like, expert, fast mode, no saves, you better not die, fucking get after you, better and somehow or another get all the prizes.
I got the level end of level 3-1. I got 100 guys. I'm set. Up, down, left,
Right?
right, BA, select, start. Boom.
And yet, while we're doing this bullshit, we are also expected to lead by example and guide others and convince more programmed people than us that they can unprogram
And
themselves.
conform to fear-based systems.
What's up with that?
It's we need to
That's what I don't
understand
like.
what we
That's
mean
where
by
I'm at right now.
example.
Meadow,
We
I am
need to
so...
stick to the example that we're setting, because we lead by example whether we want to or not.
You are a model.
Mm-hmm.
You are a model every day of
You
your
wanna-
life.
I can give you two examples just over the last 48 hours. My last shift at the Subway Sunny's that I was working at, about 25 minutes before close, I'd already filled the line. Everything was nice and stocked and organized and ready to rock. All I had to do was basically put things up and do the last bit of cleaning. The two girls that were in the cooler came out and decided to make 3 double meat, double veggie fucking footlongs. And I'm like, God damn it, they're going to clean my line out. And I no sooner fucking said that, I fucked myself when I said it, that all of a sudden there was like 10 people in line with 20 minutes till close. And they literally cleaned out the whole entire fucking line. Any other person that had put in their notice and said, this is my last day, and they would have walked out. They wouldn't have fucking stayed and did all that. Especially when the other employees there had been being shitty to them all night long, which was the case. And my back was killing me because of my fibromyalgia and being bent over that counter all night long. But I still stayed. Not only did I not panic in front of the customers, but I entertained them so much, and they all said how pleasant I was. And I stayed until 1 fucking o'clock in the morning on my last shift doing work I could have walked out on because of my integrity, because of my authenticity, because of my leading by example. Because I wanted to show that town full of fucking petty ass, out to get each other, I hate you, you hate me fucking people, that not everybody's like that. You need to step out of that town and learn that you can heal. There is love. You can live a better life. You can be a better person. And then next one was when I was moving out of my niece and nephew's house. The room that I was in was the laundry room, and the bathroom was broken and was full of piss and shit, and it collected gnats. The TV that was in the room came from a roach infested house, so roaches were coming out of it all the time. And then the couch that I was sleeping on was bed bug infested. So she has a cleaning disorder, my niece does, which I understand, and that's why she inevitably wanted to kick me out, because I wasn't keeping the room clean enough, and I was keeping the room pretty fucking clean, but every time she went in there, she saw a roach on the wall. Now, she's the one that told me that they got the TV out of a roach-infested apartment. Okay, she's the one that told me that. But then she's blaming the roaches on me, that I lived dirty, that I was filthy, and that I wasn't cleaning, and I wasn't doing a good job. And now they've got to pay all this money to get rid of the roaches. They got to throw away the couch, bed bugs, and they got to replace the toilet. All of that shit was like that when I moved in. All of it was. And she's blowing up my phone just last night, all in caps, cussing me out, telling me not to ask them for nothing no more, what a piece of shit I am. All of this is my fault. Everybody in that town thinks I'm nasty and filthy, and why would they think that if I wasn't? All of that shit's my fault. And I told her, I said, you know what? First of all, psychology says that when you see something in someone, something that you don't like in someone else, it's actually the thing that you don't like about yourself. We are reflections of each other. So when you see something that bothers you, maybe you need to look at yourself in it, okay? Secondly, those issues were already there. And yes, I did kill every fucking bug I found. I tried. I did. And I kept the place clean, spotless, even kept Loki's food put up, everything. They didn't take care of my cat, though. They let their dog attack my cat twice. And spent every fucking night belligerent, drunk, screaming and yelling at each other from across the house about me and my cat. Because apparently now all of a sudden all their problems were my problem. Or I was the root of all their problems, which is fine. Well, when she starts blowing up my phone and then Facebook last night and talking shit about me and all this other crazy stuff all over Facebook, these people I've known for fucking their whole lives. And they know my integrity and authenticity, and they know what kind of a person I am, and they know how clean I keep my house. Okay, they know all these things. But now, here's what they're doing, is they are pointing the blame outwards because they cannot stop for a fucking second and realize that they're creating their own reality. This is their house. This problem was already their problem. You can point the finger at somebody else and make it their problem, but you know what? It's still going to be a problem. Because that person that didn't cause the problem is off continuing their life. Because they didn't cause the fucking problem. However, you still have the fucking problem. And yet you're going to point fingers at somebody else and blame it on somebody else next time. But you never stop to take accountability or responsibility for your own actions, your own home, your own world, your own reality that you created. I didn't create it. I just showed up in it, saw the state of it, couldn't wait to fucking get out. Tried to be very polite and quiet, tried not to step on anybody's toes, tried not to ask for nothing. I didn't even eat their food mostly. I brought food home, in fact. But I still got blamed for every fucking thing that was already there before I showed up. And I knew this like 2 weeks ago. I knew that I was going to lose my niece and nephew over me staying there because they just adamantly refused to pull themselves out of their misery and their hell. And they were convinced that the entire town was a black hole and that I was an idiot for fucking trying to push love, compassion, and kindness and community. And that there's no way in fucking hell that can ever exist, especially not in that town. That's the thing though, is like we all have our own individual choices. We choose how we feel about things. We choose how we're affected by it. We choose how we think about it. We choose how we see it. We choose our reality. Our reality is what were you just saying, Nathan, about it being created, or was it Unicorn? It's what we observe as our reality is what we created. It's what we choose to see. It's where we're vibrating at, right? You could just as easily choose to not be miserable. I did it. I was fucking miserable, angry, hated the world, blamed every fucking buddy for everything wrong my whole life. I was just like them. I was just like them. And I look at me now and I'm like, God fucking damn it. Oh. I feel like I've literally put down not a world, but multiple worlds. Like I've set so much weight, anger, sadness, depression, feeling like insecurity, everything that somebody else says that I walk by and just accidentally heard didn't have shit to do with me, but what did I do? I made it about me. Because I thought that they were talking about me. You know, I was one of those. I really was. And what have I done? I have literally picked my fucking self apart. And I've listened to everything that everybody said, even when I didn't want to, even when I didn't agree with it, and even when I thought it was stupid. I tried them all. I did my own research. I went within, even though it took me months to figure out what the fuck that even meant. And nobody could seem to explain that to me. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, I just,
What'd you say, babe?
I just giggled. I giggled at that. I giggled at what you just said because it's so right. And those mirrors that we end up looking in, you know, whether we want to or not, to other people, you know, they show us everything about ourselves. But sometimes
Right back, Nathan. Go ahead.
You're the mirror, but they're not. And you really got to use your discernment to understand the difference between two mirrors looking at each other or not. But there's always lessons to learn. And, the awakening is just about self-mastery. And that's what we need to keep reminding people. It's just about know thyself. That's what the awakening is all about. Knowing thyself, knowing who you are to the core. And understanding that you're in charge of you, your emotions, your feelings, and everything else. You're the one that's in charge. And if you're letting somebody else drive your
Black
car,
Light respond, by the way.
if you're letting somebody else drive your car, stop it.
So I actually used that very shit to the adults that were working at this gas station and Subway with me that were literally like, I don't even know, like their behavior was just, I was so confused by it, but then I'm sitting there going, this is exactly why I fucking hate reality TV. Because it's this. They'd be screaming at each other in front of customers, calling each other bitches and talking about, well, you did this and you did that, and, well, no, I didn't, and you did it. Fucking stupid. They're my age and older. I'm sitting there going,
I've walked into...
And they asked me, well, how do you feel about it? What happened? What, how did it affect you? I said, dude, didn't affect me at all. I'll tell you what it did. It disappointed me in y'all. Because y'all are older than me. So it means y'all should know more than me. So it means y'all should be more mature than me. So it means you're supposed to be the person I look up to.
Yeah, and that's what I was
And I
saying.
don't wanna be
There's a lot of emotional immaturity. There's a lot of immaturity, period. But emotional immaturity also. It's rampant. It's just rampant out there.
Shit.
And that's why I try to encourage people to look into it. Emotional intelligence.
If you'd have seen my mom and how she reacted to my trying to rebuild the bridge with her, and heard the shit she said to me, I don't know, you would have decked a 76-year-old lady and probably smiled about it in your police report. Be like, yep, I did that. That old bitch needed to be fucking knocked out. She needed to feel some of this shit. I just walked away. Everybody's like, oh my god, did it hurt? No, man, I've been experiencing this bitch for 47 fucking years. It did used to hurt. It did. It used to fucking tear me apart. I had no self-fucking worth. That's what was written in that poem, in fact. It says that. That she... Where's the line? Hold on. I don't know what line I was looking for now, but anyway, basically that she's always made me feel like I was worthless. She's always made me feel like I was a piece of shit. She's always hated on me, held me back. The weird thing was, and this was a weird yo-yo thing, this was probably the first step in my self-awareness, this was that they would, we'll pay for your dance classes. We'll take you to your dance classes, but when we drop you off, we'll say shit like, you're never going to amount to anything. I don't know why you're wasting our time, money, and effort, blah, blah, blah. So I had these dreams, right? But then I was crushing them at the same time that I was acting them out or beginning to plant the seeds to build them. And I noticed that she did that at every step of my life. With relationships, friendships, jobs, opportunities.
Because she didn't understand her ADHD.
Do what?
Because she didn't understand her ADHD. Because when we were...
No, she didn't give a fuck about my ADHD or my autism. No, it's not that.
Growing up, it didn't even have a name. Okay, it didn't even have a name. When I was growing
up. Well, no. No, but my brother tested for ADHD, and she catered to him. Hell, had a whole lawyer against the school for him. But no, it's not that.
Well, you'll never follow through with that, and she was just being honest. She was just being honest. I didn't know that I was ADHD.
Are those the cheddar ones?
My grandparents did, though, and so my grandparents kept me engaged, and my grandpa always made sure I had a swing no matter where I lived. He always made sure I had a swing.
Hold on. 2 seconds. Y'all, it's 85 degrees here, dude. You got a snowstorm inbound? Bro, we're gonna have to stop this. We can't have this opposite fucking seasons in the same goddamn time zone. I'm tired of this shit. Somebody needs to get a hold of who's ever in charge of the weather. I'm sick of this shit. I'm from Texas, man. We experience all 4 seasons in one fucking day, so and sometimes twice.
Well, it's hot and it's been raining off and on in Dallas. Yeah. It's close to 80.
Oh, fucking easy. That sounds like fun right now. I'm gonna go play in the
Well,
rain.
what the world needs
I'm in
to do
Southwest
is
Oklahoma. It's never fucking rains here.
Mother Earth wants the world to
Let me s-
dance because she needs to feel us dancing upon her.
She does.
She does, man.
She does. She
In
needs to
fact,
feel
we
that.
need to be. Dude, I have a great idea. In fact,
She wants to
hey
care
Pam,
so
what's going on?
much, but she can't. She wants to care so much, but she can't. So we have to care. We have to care.
How
and
about
put
if
our
we
care into things.
hear me out? Okay, so you know, like the like people that have disabilities will have like a little card that will say, you know, they hand it to a person that explains, you know, I have this disability, so I say schizophrenic, so I see things that aren't there, blah blah blah, and then they're just accepting of it, right? So here's what we should do: we should make up a bunch of cards like that, but that say, take off your shoes, take off your socks, go stand in the dirt, or something silly like that, or I don't know, share a smile with a stranger, hug an enemy, fucking something silly and little, but fucking no. I mean, it's got to do something, right? We don't even realize we're inspiring people, even when we're just living our day-to-day lives. So why don't we do things on purpose? And my phone has yet to go beyond fucking 8%, so I'm tired. It's an hour and a half past the time I was going to close, and there's a hot dog with my name on it, and I'm starving. So,
Good to see you, Shirley. Have a good day. Just go ahead and go have a good day. Thank you for having us.
no, thank you guys for being here, man. I've missed you all so much. Y'all have no idea. That toxic, loud, chaotic situation I was in made it impossible for me to even fucking have a phone call. You know what I mean? I couldn't even talk to my friends on the phone. And so it's just like, okay, bet. I just won't even log on to TikTok at all. And I ghosted everything until I felt safe to be able to share energy with my people again. Hey, Elena. I'm going to show you this cute little butt, but I'm not going to do that. You have made my day. You make my day every time, Shazam.
Well, you're on your way, Shelly, and you and Loki will have your own place soon enough.
I mean, this is everywhere I'm at is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So, aren't I always home? I've been looking for my home my whole life, not realizing.
But I mean, have your own place, just the two of you.
And this is what I want, though, is an RV where I could travel or a van or something. So I can take this message out on the road because I can't get TikTok in everybody's hands. And apparently I do really well with in person. I'm a lot better in person, apparently. Because people tell me that all the time when they have personal conversations with me and they don't know me especially. And they always come away with like a real poignant, thing that I can tell that sentence or that phrase that I shared with them is going to stick and it's going to plant a seed and do something. It may not work for them. It may be going someone else, but I know that I planted a seed in that moment. And it's a really good feeling. I'm like, oh, I hope that plant grows. And I hope you learn your self-awareness and your healing and you become an awesome person and you start to love life. I really hope that for you. Even when you were shitty to me, I still hope that for you. And then they get all mad. How fucking condescending of you, Shelly. You're telling me that you hope I heal. I don't have nothing to heal from. About that ugly face. Look, I'm pretty. See how easy that was? All I had to do was literally make a choice to not make an ugly face, make a happy face. And guess what? It affected everybody in the room, and it affected me too. Like, I saw it in the camera, and I was like, oh, holy fucking shit, don't do that again. And then all of a sudden, I smiled, and I was like, oh, there you are. See what I mean?
Did you have to do that with gritted teeth?
Dude. I actually added my poem, Rumor Has It, to that Facebook post that I posted about this whole situation I've been through with my niece and nephew and how they're treating me and shit. And there's a line in it that says, hold on. You just said the line. You completely just said the line.
You have to do that with gritted teeth.
Oh, yeah. It says, baring my teeth every time you saw me grin. I'm not smiling. I'm baring my teeth. God damn it, that hot dog smells good. Guys, I love you. I'm starving.
Love you. Bye.
I will probably go live tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. I think I'm going to do this day shift stuff, though, because it seems to be a little bit, more convenient.
Hey, ciao.
Well, that and
Night, guys. Bye. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Good night. Thank y'all for being here. Remember, come at everything with acceptance, understanding, support, encouragement, love, gratitude, curiosity, and be open to receive, including yourself, especially yourself. When you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Be the change you want to see in the world. Get out there and do it, guys. Love y'all. Aw, Shazam. I hope they're happy tears.